doing, man? Pleasure
Every
to have you
time.
back for another year, my guy.
I'm good, thanks, man. The trailer always gets me hyped. Like before that, I'm sitting here with focus, and then when the trailer comes It's the marathon, Daymar Rally Death Race, the biggest race in the verse. I'm feeling good, crew. How about you, man?
Hey, man, I'm feeling hype, energetic. You know, by the way, I would just want to mention one thing before we get into the show. Last year, I casted when I had COVID. So I'm just excited to actually have a voice, have full energy. We're at full blast. The biggest community event in Star Citizen, the Daymar Rally happening today. We're going to get filthy. It's gonna be an incredible race. We have an incredible show for you guys today. But before we jump into the show, before we jump into everything else, we have an incredible pre-show for you guys before the race happens. And we got some incredible community members that are gonna jump on an interview. But Detox, how has Star Citizen been for you? You know, let's talk a little bit about the game first. You know, how's 318 been for you? I know you've been streaming a lot, so tell me a little bit about the PTU and live, man. It's all good. Tell us.
Actually, the last couple of patches have been pretty decent. I've been enduring a couple of weeks. I mean, as has everybody who's been trying to play PTU right now. We've been enduring some pretty rough times in 318 at PTU, but the last couple of patches, at least yesterday, I actually managed to get like 2 to 3 hours of consistent gameplay time in before I decided to leave and quit the game. It didn't kick me out, so that's a good thing. It's actually looking better. There was whispers amongst my group that actually this could almost be an open PTU candidate, but I probably jinxed it. I haven't played as of today or anything, so I don't know how it's doing now. But overall, man, 318, it's a really good patch. It's been rough on the PTU. We knew it was going to be rough. It's introducing,
No niin, täällä ollaan taas. Ja meillä on tässä tällä hetkellä Daymar Rally menossa. Pistetään kaiku pois päältä, noin, hyvä. Ja tää Daymar Rally on iso rallikilpailu. Ottakaa, mä pistän vähän pienemmälle tätä näin lähetystä. Noin. Daymar Rally on siis iso kilpailu Star Citizenissa. Ajetaan 500 kilometriä kuun pinnalla. No, mä katson vielä, että mistä mulla tulee toi. No, nyt saatiin hetkeksi pois. Tosiaan niin kun se tulee, ne ajaa 500 kilometriä kuun pinnalla Daymar Rallyssä, ja tämä järjestävä taho on tosiaan niin kuin Atmo Esports, minkä lähetyksen niin kuin pitää pistää tuosta päälle kohta puoleen. Ja ajattelin itse tosiaan lähteä kanssa sinne kokeilemaan tätä rataa. Ja se vaatii vähän kikkailua, koska Star Citizen ei hirveästi tätä tue vielä tällä hetkellä, mutta tukee kuitenkin sen verran, että siellä pääsee ajamaan, ja pistetään toi virallinen lähetys tohon noin niin kuin pyörimään taustalle. Ja tehdään tässä soundchecki saman tien, että kuuluuko tää mun pihinä yhtään mihinkään. Mutta joo, itse ajattelin kokeilla sitä, niin täällä on ihan eSports-joukkueita ajamassa, eli tää on vähän niin kuin isompi juttu. Atmos eSportsin lähetys on tossa tällä hetkellä niin kuin näytöllä, ja mä voisin näyttää teille ton kartan. Eli tässä on tämä kartta siellä Daymarin kuussa. Se lähdetään noin Shupinin kaivostukikohdasta. Ensimmäinen legi on 92 kilometriä. Tässä on eri luokkia. Sä voit lähteä rekalla tai sä voit lähteä leijumopolla. Eager Flatsin apushelteri on tuossa 92 kilometrin päässä. Alkumatka on hyvin kivikkoista. Ja moottoripyörällä leijumopolla se menee tunnissa. Pisimmillään rekat ottaa 5 tuntia tähän 500 kilometrin matkaan. Ja tää on kaikki niin kuin pelaajien järjestämää. Et siinä mielessä niin kuin pelaajalähtöistä toimintaa, ja viimeisenä on Kudre Ore niin kuin tukikohta tuolla etelässä. 500 kilometriä kivikkoa, hostiili kuu, ja 3 minuuttia lähdöstä saa käyttää aseita. Että mikäs sen mukavampaa? Mikäs sen mukavampaa tosiaan? Mutta ei muuta kuin lähdetään seurailemaan tätä virallista lähetystä, ja mä tässä näin niin kuin valmistelen ja lähden näyttämään, kokeilen kuinka pitkälle mä pääsen. Ensinnäkin ihan epävirallisesti, en osallistu siis kilpailuun. Mutta kuitenkin kokeillaan, että mihin asti äijän rahkeet riittää. En ole kertaakaan harjoitellut, joten tää nyt menee vähän tälleen, menee miten menee. Sanotaan suomeksi niin, vaikka sitten.
One thing that I love about it is the incredible diversity of the Daymar Rally. We have over 39 countries, including India, places like Turkey, Mexico, Latin America is up in here. So love to see you guys here, love to see you guys competing, and I wish you the best of luck in every single, in the servers, in the race. I wish you guys all the best of luck. I hope it all goes well. I hope you guys really enjoy the experience. And a lot of people are saying, Detox, oh, you're racing in an alpha. You know, doesn't matter, right? Detox, we race no matter what. We race no matter what.
For some people, this is their primary game loop. That this is what they want to do. They want to be racers. They want to be famous racers around the verse. This is the gameplay loop that interests them the most. Why not do it when you can? And Atmo Esports is here and has been here. I think this is our fifth year now. Crew,
fifth year, man. Fifth
year, man. It is crazy. So 5 years, Atmo Esports has been facilitating a place where people within the community can come together and race in a competitive capacity in an event where it's managed and refereed and hosted by loads of people behind the teams who facilitate this and make it possible for people to turn up, practice hard, turn up, race, and potentially win something if they manage to survive to the end and get a good enough time. Because it is a death race, right, crew? People are going to die. People's ships, people's vehicles are going to blow up. They're going to take damage. It's the filthiest race in the verse for a reason. So,
100%.
If you even finish it, you're doing well. You're doing good. So, yeah, it's just awesome. And we've had the race vehicle times, vehicle speeds reduced this year as well. So that's something we should probably mention. Crew, slight reduction on the overall speed of many of the vehicles and the divisions taking part in the race today. So that will increase the length of the race slightly. I think we worked it out roughly, crew, but it wasn't exactly an exact science.
Yeah. We'll touch base on the rules and the current speeds and what the speeds are going to be in 3.18. But Detox, let's jump into our first interview because, it's not even an interview. This is an announcement, all right? Our first announcement of the day is I've been in the gaming industry now for 6 years. Got out right out of the Navy, jumped right into content creation, which led into, jumping into being an esports manager over at, a great gaming company, that I like working at. So, and I get to meet people, I've met people for a long time as a content creator, and finally able to bring on somebody I've been working with for a long time, Detox, and I'm very excited about this. Very, very excited about this, Detox. Detox, I got a question for you, man. How do you like custom PCs, Detox?
I do like custom PCs. I tend to put them together myself by my own hand usually, but I've seen a lot of these sick-looking custom PCs out there. Why? Has this got something to do with your announcement, Christian?
Hey, man, possibly. But anyways, I am proud to officially announce that CLX is on board with Atmo Esports, supporting all of our events this year. And I promise you that we have some incredible things happening this year. So let's go check out CLX right now.
hyvältä näyttää. Joo, eli tässä alussa itse asiassa mun täytyy tehdä semmonen pieni exploitti, että täytyy hakea paketteja. Ne paketit näkyy HUDissa. Sä pystyt tekemään omat waypointit paketeilla tonne ympäristöön. Eli tää on alfatason peli vielä juuri tämän takia. Viereistä kuusta pitää hakea paketit. Sitten vetoja otetaan, että kuinka pitkällä äijä pääsee leijumoottoripyörällä. Mullahan ei ole vaihtomoottoripyöriä. Tässä olisi muuten niin kuin mahdollisuus jopa vaihtaa kuskeja ja niin kuin, ajoneuvoja.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to present to you the head of marketing over at CLX. We got George, somebody I've known for a long time. It's been a long overdue, who's a massive fan of Star Citizen. George, how you doing, man?
Oh, can't hear. We can't hear him. Hold on.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
There
we can hear
go.
you.
We can hear you now.
Hello. There we go.
That's
What's
better.
up? What's up, guys? How's it going?
Hey, man, welcome in.
I'm doing good, man. Happy to have you. You know, like, thank you for coming on board. I know you've been, you know, excited about, you know, the entire Star Citizen community for a long time. So you know what, George, before we jump into anything about CLX, man, I just want to get your vibes and your experience about Star Citizen, because that's what, you know, the community wants to hear, how long you've been involved, and just a little bit of just about your experience about Star Citizen before we jump into all the CLX details there soon.
Yeah, man. Actually, I heard about the game. I want to say, dude, it was like 2012, 2013, kind of when the project first started. And I was excited about that. I didn't really know what it was, to be honest. I thought that the idea was just out of this world. Like, yeah, we can't pull this off. There's no gaming company that's really gonna pull this off. So I always kept track of it, but I never myself dove into it. I kind of got in and got out and dabbled in the game. I never could really grab a hold of it till probably about 4 months ago. And I had a friend kind of, I guess for lack of a better term, Sherpa me through it, kind of held me, walked me through the experience. And I think once I figured out the first 30 minutes of it, then I just kind of dove in, and I think I stopped playing every other game. I don't touch anything other than Star Citizen.
Wow.
There's just so much to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that feeling, especially other space games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the same thing I got. Like, I can't touch any other space games. I can't really dabble. It's just, you know, either I go to play like things like God of War because I'm a big fan of those games, but then after I'm done with those, I come right back to Star Citizen, which has been home for me for a long time, George. So it's absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Detox.
Yeah, man, it's been
George,
fun.
it's great.
The communities have been awesome too.
Yeah, it's my first time meeting you, so nice to meet you, George. Welcome in. So
yeah.
You've been playing for a little while now, and like I said, like you said, it's already ruined you for other video games. It's just what it kind of tends to do to people. It's can be harsh that way, but you know, it's so cool that it's just what it does. It's the fidelity, man. So what is some of your current sort of favorite features in Star Citizen? What is it in your opinion that kind of sets it apart from
Tää
other
on ihan
games?
totta, siis tää on jotain aivan käsittämätöntä silloin kun se toimii.
Keeps you interested.
Tämmöiset pelaajille järjestämät tapahtumat on ehdottomasti tämmöisen niin kuin simulaation parhaita puolia.
I think it takes actual logistics to get group play going, which adds value to the experience. I think a lot of games have forgotten about that. I played World of Warcraft since Alpha, and every single time we got an expansion, I feel like we got rid of the value of the time we put into the game, where this setting things up adds value to group play, which means everyone takes it a little bit more serious because of the work it took just to get that started, where things like, hey, press a button, end up in a group together, removes the value, so people tend to fool around and not take it serious. And even though it's a game, the group play makes it a little bit more serious. So I think that's kind of cool. I enjoy the fact that there's some realism there that makes it valuable for everybody. Like, actually going from place to place takes time, so you don't want to mess around in between and waste everybody's time. right? So I think that's kind of cool.
Valitettavasti Star Citizen tosi paljon tuhlaa myöskin pelaajan aikaa, että
funny,
koska on
actually, it's kind
alfa.
of one of the reasons I really like it as well. It's the commitment required from a group of people. If you want to play together, you've all got to be able to kind of somewhat rely on each other and to get stuff done, right? Like we all kind of grumble a little bit about the commuting and the travel time and everything, but that is part of the charm of the game, and that's kind of how it's always been.
Valitettavasti kyllä.
How it's always kind of been advertised. Yeah, I totally get that, and well, thanks for the answer, crew. You got another one for George?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no, I do, and to kind of kick things off, right? Getting into the game, I have to always ask, everybody, like, what is your favorite ship? Do you have a favorite ship that's currently flyable, or do you have one that you're currently eyeing that you're trying to grab when it comes out?
Yeah, there's definitely a whole lot of that. So I'm a sucker for the Hercules. Pretty much anything Crusader or Anvil at this point, like just the look of everything that they make is pretty cool. I would probably say, C2 and A2 just because I don't really know what the M2 serves. So like A2's got bombs, C2's got cargo, so that's kind of cool. I'm pretty basic when it comes to the fighters. Arrow and Gladius probably are the ones that I like the most. Hurricane if I'm playing with a friend, or like a Vanguard Sentinel, something like that. And I'm really started having fun with like QED stuff. So like Cuddy Blue and Mantis have been fun. So that stuff's been really fun. Yeah. So I mean, maybe not Cop so much, honestly, but but that stuff's been fun. So that's been really cool. And actually, funny enough, yesterday I almost got, I think it's called an F8. Almost got into one of those things, which was really freaking cool.
The F8
that was
military ship, the Anvil.
Yeah. It bugged out on me, so I couldn't actually access the controls. Yeah, I couldn't actually. I said I'm not a space scout, right? Maybe not that side, but yeah. So yeah. So that was pretty cool.
You can grab him from security, so that usually works.
Awesome.
Very, very well. Yeah. So, but
anything in particular you're kind of. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You guys. Oh, you got it. You got it, brother.
Just to say anything you was kind of waiting for, George, like in the game that's excited you. Obviously, 318, we've just got salvagings come in. Is there any kind of like features that you're waiting for that are going to kind of take it to the next level for you?
Yeah, you mentioned it. I mean, the salvaging stuff. Again, like I said before, I like the QED stuff. So being able to actually interdict someone and push into that idea of pirating and pulling the cargo out of the ship, I think that's kind of cool with that persistent entity streaming. So I think that part's pretty cool. Definitely adds a lot of more dynamic gameplay to that side of the field, even though I think everybody's probably going to pirate now because of soft death.
It's going to be popular.
Yeah, it's gonna be really popular. I think data running and smuggling is something that I would love to see, just because want to live out that whole fantasy of like, Star Wars. So just running things around. So I think that's kind of cool. Yeah, Han Solo kind of thing. Yeah, right.
That's awesome.
Even the commercial passenger stuff, to see whatever that goes, whatever that gameplay kind of looks like. The idea of like picking up passengers and taking them from one place to another. And then I started watching a video of one of the developers about this the quantum and quanta system, that whole idea of how that whole back-end side of the thing kind of works. Yeah, dude, that's wild, man. So I'd love to see more of that. Like, I want to know how that works. Yeah, it's mind-blowing. I said, I 2012, I loved the project, and I thought it was huge. So I'm curious to see, where it goes. And yeah, man, they got me hook, line, and sinker, man. I'm stuck. That's it. They got me.
No, that's awesome. Well, George, obviously you're very experienced in Star Citizen. Really appreciate the opinions and your excitement for it, and now being here, as supporting the community through through Atmo Esports. So let's take a complete 180 here and talk about CLX, because really appreciate you've known you for a long time. Finally, working with you in some capacity outside of other sponsorships and stuff, but let's talk about CLX and what do they have to offer, for the community out there?
Yeah, man. So CLX is the gaming arm of Cybertron PC. Cybertron PC itself has been around for 20 plus years in the hardware space, and CLX is the culmination of just years of customer service and support experience coming
Noin.
together and becoming this new brand, CLX. Um, we
No niin,
offer
nyt me
gaming
ollaan
systems
täällä
to
näin
help provide all
tukikohdassa.
gamers the tools that they need.
Eli tää on se
So
lähtöpaikka.
whether it be
Tuossa on
something as
aurinko
low as
nousemassa
our
tällä
internet price
hetkellä.
like $6.99
Eli
to
ensimmäinen on
sky being the
Eager
limit,
Flats
full custom paint job,
hätäshelteri.
liquid cooling systems, whether it be open
Age
loop
shelteri
or
tossa.
the AIO
Ja mä
solution
tiputan
that you
sen
wanna go
ensimmäisen
with,
paketin
we
niin kun,
can do all of
ja se on
that.
tässä suunnassa.
And yeah, so we have a lot
Elikkä
of
noin
options for you. You can find us
110.
at, Best Buy, you can find us
Ja
at
niin kuin näkyy, niin
ENG.
tämä on
So,
kohtuullisen
a lot of
kivikkoinen
options.
kuu.
Awesome. That's awesome. And me and crew were talking about this.
Huomaatte, tässä on välittömästi tämmöisiä valtavia kraatereita,
This two-in-one
minkä seinää voi yksinkertaisesti ajaa päin.
Brought up, like this is really interesting, and we're talking about it before the stream. We're kind of interested in hearing more about that. If you wouldn't mind sharing a little bit.
Ei, monet on sitä sanonut, että
Yeah,
tämä on
so,
alku reitti. Ensimmäiset niin kun, ensimmäinen legi tästä näin niin kun on melkein pahin. Ensimmäisen ennen ja jälkeen ton apushelterin niin on tosiaan niin kun, siinä on melkoinen tekeminen. Ja mun täytyy katsoa tää reitti nyt tässä valmiiksi, koska mulla ei ole toista tiimiä mukana. Ei ole apulaisia. Tämä on omalla tavallaan myöskin olisi aika kova kisa. Pelkästään tämä ensimmäinen legi niin kuin näkyy. Mut sitten täytyy vielä ajaa niin kuin 4 muuta samanlaista.
Anywhere up to 25% of your frame rate just because you'd start encoding, right? It depends on the game, heavily depends on the game and the resolution that you play in, and whether you want to stream at 30 or 60 FPS. But you can take a big hit, and that kind of sucks when you spend over $1,000 or even less than that on your, video card, and you're taking that kind of a hit. So the solution that a lot of people go with is the double PC. They run 2 PCs in the room. Having done that myself, I can tell you that that's a lot of heat.
Siinä on nyt melkoista niin kivikkoa niin näkyy ja pinnan muotoja.
You have to either put it on the ground, which I never recommend people put the computers on the floor. Picks up a lot of dust that way. Or you need a really big desk. So we came up with a solution along with Intel to actually fit 2 PCs in one case. Now a lot of people will think, okay, so you're doing the whole 2 motherboards, 2 of everything kind of deal. No, so Intel has a product called the NUC Compute Unit. And we actually fit that in there via PCIe, and you end up with basically a system like
Tämä on suunnilleen puolessa matkassa nyt ensimmäistä legiä.
13900K CPU with a NUC Compute Unit that has a 12900 on it as well.
Melkoisia vuoria tässä tiellä myöskin.
We actually can pull a PCI Express lane out
ja
of
en
that
ole
NUC
ikinä
and
ajanut
be
tätä
able to put in a
reittiä.
graphics
Katsotaan
card
oikeasti
if we want
miten
to
äijälle
for
käy.
additional encoding.
Kun mä oon onnistunut törmäämään, niin mä varmasti niinku tän jälkeen voidaan tosiaan niinku katsoa noin, mä vaikka pistän raidin tonne viralliseen lähetykseen, niin tulee heitäkin tuettua. Mutta joo, tästä näkyy näitä pinnanmuotoja aika kivasti. Mitäs nää isot vuoret tiellä?
CLX in chat if you guys want to go check it out. But no, it's interesting because I use 2 PCs and I have 2 PCs on my desk, and I can, saving all that space where you don't need an entire new PC. I'm over here. I'm gonna say I'm in an oven right now. I don't want to say that because people don't know the environment I'm in while I'm casting, but I'm in an oven right now with 2 PCs just pushing pretty hard. So, yeah, man, I'm gonna have to take a look into that in the future because just having one build in front of you instead of having 2, man, I'm over here like, yo, that's...
Ja mä en myöskään tiedä näitä näin niinku checkpointteja tässä välissä. Nyt seuraava olisi tosta niinku tämmönen avaruusaluksen romu 104 kilometrin päässä.
Yeah, so definitely check it out, guys.
Sweet. Thank you for elaborating on that. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that myself.
Mä välttämättä usko, että mä pääsen hirveän pitkälle tässä, joten niinku... Tere, hello!
One for your gaming, absolutely. And I know there'll be a lot of creators out there as well. I mean, probably other applications as well, but for me, like immediately I can see that would benefit a lot of creators.
Yeah,
out there.
yeah.
Probably some watching right now.
Well, I'm preparing for the race right now.
Thing yet, or maybe they didn't know. I didn't really know. So, yeah, that's
guys
awesome. Thank you for elaborating. So another question.
As you
Select
can see,
strategy.
the
George, any
first
other,
leg ends
shows
with
that
the
you're sort of,
Age
planning to
shelter,
do
which
this
is
year? It's
really,
yeah.
really small. There's no
Are you guys
landing
in
pads
person at any shows? Are there anywhere
or
people can check
actual
out some of
chance
your,
to
gear
respawn
and
your
hardware,
ship.
like in person?
So if you are,
Yeah, no, definitely. We spent the
if you
majority
are
of CLX,
getting ship damage,
the time the brand came out,
bike
events have been
or
a big focus,
car
live
messed up,
events in
then
particular.
you would be actually
So, yeah,
needing
if
your
you guys ever
teammates
go
to
to
bring
a DreamHack event,
extra
we are, DreamHack sponsor. We have been
extra
for
car
years.
with the
We did TwitchCon last year,
the
so we
supply
were
ship
a big,
or something.
a big sponsor there. We provided over 150 computers there. We at one point, right before COVID, had almost 500 units at DreamHack. You can catch us at most of the Comic Cons. We tend to be there as well.
And the first leg is ending when
What else
you
did I
get
miss?
inside here.
TwitchCon for sure, DreamHack for sure. The Comic Cons will definitely be there. Yeah,
That's already
and
quite a lot.
No.
hopefully, if CIG,
So this is
CitizenCon,
Age shelter.
that'd be awesome.
Hey, we'll love
Yeah.
to have you there, man. Some of the builds that you guys have and the designs are absolutely incredible. But George, seriously, man, I can't thank you enough for taking the chance in the community and helping us support. I know we have a lot of plans for a lot of things like System 7 coming up, and especially fighter flight. So I can't wait for people to see the ideas that we have in our heads, so we can kind of raise the stakes a little bit for the community out there, so they can kind of be excited for what's coming. So, but any last words you want to say about CLX, about the community? Anything you want to say before we say farewell and move on with the Daymar rally? Because a lot of people are super excited for it. They're like, when is it starting?
Is here.
So we want to definitely get the show going so we can get the race the race on the way.
I'll keep it short and sweet.
385 kilometers, and
thank you guys so much for what you guys do for
the break of
community.
the Starfarer is 281
support,
kilometers
the
away
community as much as possible. Not just as a
from
fan,
the
but we
Kudre
really like
or
where
104 from
CIG is going
the
with this, and we want to support it as much
Age
as we can.
shelter.
We want to support you guys as much as possible, as well as the community. So yeah, I can't wait for them to see some of the stuff that we have coming up, working together with Atmo. So yeah, I don't want to take up too much time, because I know everybody wants to get it going already.
So the compass reading is something
really
around.
Guys, official announcement here. CLX X Atmo. We got some great things coming up. All people are excited for it.
98.
And George, we'll see you around, and I'm sure this won't be the last time we talk to you. So appreciate it.
For sure. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Thanks, man. Nice to meet you.
Have a good one.
Well, Detox, I mean, like, this is, like,
And as you can see, the ground is littered with rocks. So this is really stressful place for many competitors because they can smash the rocks pretty easily. And for the big trucks, this is really slow phase of the track.
Most of all, good people into the community.
Second leg right now, and ends up to the wreck of the Starfarer, I think. Yeah. Checkpoint Talon.
Continue bringing something big in terms of all of our events, so really appreciate George. Like I said, I've known him for like 7 years, 6-7 years now, so really appreciate him coming in and kind of showing up some love and really putting us together along with Atmos. So it was a great interview.
Yeah, it was nice to meet him. That was this is relatively news to me as well, right? So I wasn't too familiar with CLX. learning about the 2PC, the 2PC in one.
I've been doing this before, so.
Changing.
But as you can see, there's lines of the valleys here.
Something to look into for the future, for sure.
Yeah,
lots of
as a very hardware savvy
lots of
person,
terrain
instead
details,
of, trying to get, like, 2 motherboards,
which is
do
like
this, like,
pretty
is actually like way cheaper than you
nasty to
do
navigate.
parts of everything, even though it's
well, they are kind of
mini ITX or
not
ITX
directly
board,
in a way, so
like
you could
I said, I
actually
know my hardware, I built
skirt
my own PC,
through
so
them
instead of you getting
or something.
all these extra parts, it's already in their
And
4-year
as you can
network.
see,
So,
actually it
again,
takes a
shout
lot
out
of
to
fuel
CLX,
to
and
fly in an
partnering
atmosphere.
with us, Detox. But yeah, what were you saying, Detox, right there?
No, I was just saying, yeah, that's it. It's super interesting, and I build my own machines, you know, and I'm relatively tech savvy when it comes to building them. But yeah, that should help alleviate some stress in the future if I do manage to go that route as well. So, but yeah, I mean, thank you to them, thank you to CLX, thank you George coming on, and you know these things, this massive show, Daymar Rally. This is the pre-show segment, so you know there's a few things we do want to cover before we get going and start the race. This gives the guys behind the scenes time to set up, get the server started, get the racers in position as well. You know, usually when we go ahead with the show, everyone isn't ready to go right off the line, which is a better way to do it. Just make sure everyone's kind of moving together and getting into position while we prepare.
And this is
keep
long
the pre-show
stretch
rolling.
with not
So,
so
yeah,
much of
these
the
are
in a way of rocks.
a few more things we want to
Hey, man, we
go over
have-
today as well. Thanking our sponsors and you know, the people who help make this happen. It costs a lot. It does
Yeah.
cost money. It costs a lot of time and a lot of people to get these things going. So we really appreciate the people who are willing to sponsor Movie Sports and the rally to help us keep taking the show to the next level. Ultimately.
No, well said right there, Detox. You know, we have 766 competitors. We have 290 staff. We have to get everybody ready. Servers launched. Trust me, if you guys were behind the scenes, you guys would probably want to like not even be here.
Yeah,
Everybody
I
here is
couldn't log
volunteering
in
from the top down. We're all
some
here
15
on our
minutes
own
ago
time
because
of
it
how much
was
we
so
love the
full.
community.
But this is
Like,
not the
I
server
wouldn't be
they
doing
are
this for 5
actually
years if I didn't like
using
these
for the
processes and community. I'll
race.
tell you that right now.
But
Be 100%
still,
honest. But I'm
we
here,
can try our
always excited,
own race,
I'm always
small
hyped,
race here.
So, but let's
At
tee
least
up
I'm
here.
I'm
We
going to
have,
challenge myself how
another
far
special
I can
guest, but
actually
this
go.
time, we have an organization that wanted to go to the next level, Detox, and they really wanted to, you know, sponsor the Daymar Rally, one of the biggest events they have taken part in the
About 20
past
clicks
few
to
years. You know, it's
Starfarer
Delta
wreck.
Blue Aerospace. But before we talk about him, like,
Right.
Detox, I love that we can still give a piece of our events to the community because we do that. Like, you know, like even though, you know, we do have other company sponsors, we do want to still make
Okay, 10
sure
clicks.
that we highlight the community, right? We don't, like, the community can get in, we help them promote their orgs, we help them promote, you know, anything they want on socials, on stream, and, you know, it keeps that community vibe feeling, and that's why we have, you know, people like
About
Ultimate
4
Energy and
clicks.
Delta Blue. So, you know, so it's always nice to have Detox.
Absolutely, yeah, and we have Delta Blue coming up
About
next,
here,
if I'm
yeah.
not mistaken, for their community interview today. So you know, we're shining the spotlight on the people who are supporting us and supporting the broadcast in Atmo Esports. And Delta Blue, well, we'll find out more about their organization in a minute, but these guys seem to be pretty entrenched in logistics and
Yes.
resources and management in the verse. So these are the kind of organizations
Yeah,
in-game
about
that have kind of that
somewhere
in-game
here,
lore
which
that
is
really
not easy
complement
because
the
we don't
Daymar
have a
Rally,
pretty
where it's
good
about sort of
navigation
energy
tools.
and logistics and
Let's
moving
check
assets
our
and that kind of
distance
thing.
with
So,
the
yeah,
H
we're ready to
shelter.
bring on Delta Blue. I
So
think
right
we're
here.
ready to talk to him.
Yeah, we have Battle Malice from Delta
I think
Blue
we
Aerospace. Let's get him on
overshoot.
and talk to him. If I'm frozen, I apologize. I'm having some connectivity issues, but it should be fixed here very, very soon.
Hey, Battle Malice. Good
Some 20
afternoon,
kilometers
morning.
of the
Good morning. Where are you, Battle Malice?
3, 4, 2, 3, 5.
Well, there we go. So it's the morning for you, I think, right?
Yeah, it's still morning, just a little bit longer.
Okay,
It's the-
so that should reach
It's the morning. Good
104
morning, Battle
kilometers,
Malice.
and so
how
we
you doing
kind of
today, Battle Malice?
overshot it like
Uh,
20 kilometers,
I'm certainly not complaining. I'm excited.
which is endemic how difficult this actually is.
Excellent,
The
me too.
navigation in the
Yeah,
Star
can you tell us a
Citizen.
little bit about your org, Battle Malice? A little bit more about Delta Blue?
Certainly. So Delta Blue Aerospace, we are a full fleet support org, specializing in refuel, rearm, refueling, all the way down to any engineering games.
Yeah, I would like to be a fuel rat in this
Cool.
game.
Okay, so
That would be like really
how is,
cool.
how have things
I'm
kind of
actually doing
changed for you
search and
guys in
rescue
sort of
flights.
318 and with with salvage
No, we are
and
close.
with refueling in 317. I believe it was. Have you guys been taking part in those gameplay loops much at all?
Well, for the most part,
Alright,
our
so somewhere here.
membership, we're kind of purists, so we're looking forward to 318 going live.
100
Really engage in all of that. We want to
104.5
get the full experience
kilometers.
when everything's live.
So we kind of
I don't
overshot a
blame
bit.
you. Honestly, that's a good approach to have if you can do it. I've
Compass
you know,
pairing would be
I stream,
nice.
so for me, jumping on the PTU as soon as possible, it's usually good for the community in the stream to see what they can experience in later waves if they're not part of the first wave of PTU. And it's been rough, so you've been spared a lot of that torture in the early days of 318, so that's a good move. But it's honestly getting better. The last couple of patches, it has been improving. It's getting there. It's getting there, but I think CIG, you know, there's no rush, to be honest.
500 meters, and then
sure it's all kind of,
we should actually select
smooth sailing for 318,
if we are going to go left
for
or right.
how long have you guys been going?
Trying
long
to
is your org
mark
been
one
established?
eyeball
Are you,
the
relatively new or
target.
kind of veterans?
Kind of overshot a bit.
Well, several of our members are veterans of Star Citizen, particularly our board of directors. We are a
These
new
rocks
org,
look like a
we're just
starship.
coming up on
Okay.
our 1 year anniversary in the verse as Delta Blue.
Okay, and how many members are you guys boasting at the moment? Are you keeping it kind of like do you more focus on sort of quality over sort of quantity, or are you quite open to
Still
bringing in
finding
new
the
members?
sheep.
Our group it is definitely a quality group of guys. We are looking to expand our membership, but right now we're sitting at, if current numbers are correct, about 30 to 35 active members.
Okay, that's a good number. That's a great foundation, a great place. You got enough people to kind of get things going at any time. As long as you're all kind of on the same wavelength and the same sort of time zones, that's a good number of people to accomplish most things in the verse. So yeah, a good base to start from. Now, what are you looking forward to most in the Daymar Rally? Do you have a team in the Daymar Rally Delta Blue? Do you guys have a team in the Daymar? I couldn't remember if you guys do yet.
Yes, sir. Delta Diatus Racing. Our racer is Checked Leak. You might actually recognize him from a couple of past races. He was involved in last year's Daymar, as well as racing in the last stint in 7.
Awesome.
No, where is it?
All right, so yeah, I know Czech League. He's a veteran, of course. All right, well, that's awesome news. I hope you guys do well this year. I know Czech League's pretty damn good racer, so best of luck to Czech League. Crew, do you have any questions for Battle Malice and the Delta Blue organization?
Might have been other way around.
No, I don't know if you can hear me.
There's like 50% of chance of going the wrong way.
Yeah, Battle Malice. Thank you so much for coming on, man. Is there anything you want to say before we let you go?
Delta Blue does want to thank Atmo. We think you guys do a fantastic job. That's why we've been involved with you guys for the last several years, doing racing and just watching you in general. Checked Leak and Delta Blue also wanted to dedicate our race today to a member of our org who we recently lost to cancer. So Dylan, you know, we're thinking about you and we miss you. And Viking Patriot, his brother, we're very sorry for your loss, man.
Well, that is terrible, sad news, Battle Malice. Thank you for sharing that, and well done for coming on here and putting this out to that guy. That is that is unfortunate, and yeah, it's not easy coming up here and talking about something like that. So thanks for coming on, Battle Malice, and yeah.
I need to look the outside view because Cutlass
It's
doesn't
always
have a
sad
really
to
good
hear about, fellow
visibility
citizens
from the
who have
cockpit.
passed. You know, it's the game. You know, it's been a long journey for everybody who's following the game, playing in the alpha, playing with their friends, their orgs, before the games come out. We've all been enjoying it, but yeah, we're going to lose people along the way. It's always sad to hear when that happens. So yeah, thanks, Battle Malice. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming on. And yeah, good luck to
Thank
you
you,
guys. And
So it should
we'll
be
see
on
you,
my
we'll
right
see
side.
you in the chat. We'll see you in the verse. We'll see you in the race.
Oh, we'll see you at the finish line.
Best of luck. Best of luck, man.
Thanks, buddy.
All right. Thank you.
Sometimes this
Detox,
is
I'm
like
sorry,
finding
man. Thanks for holding strong for me. Not
needle
sure what's
from the
going on.
haystack.
My most important time of the year, and I'm over here just like, you know, I don't know. My internet's being chopped cheese right now. I don't know. The hamsters aren't running fast enough. Like, I'm trying to get things
Let's
going.
see where we are.
Thanks for holding it strong for me, man. And you know, guys, Delta Diet is blue. Delta Blue Aerospace, man, an incredible org. Chicalik is a massive part of the community, especially racing in general. Such a great guy, and to have his org
Somewhere
here,
here.
you know, represented in the Daymar Rally overall, and dedicate his race to one of his fellow fallen citizens, man, from his org, is absolutely incredible. So shout outs to Delta Blue Aerospace,
Yeah.
and you know, shout outs to Battle Malice, man. I mean, it's tough, man. We just did a little video for one of during Fight or Flight, you know, for one of Ms. Gabs, and I think kind of broke my heart to keep seeing, you know, citizens, you know, we lose them. At least we'll do our best to dedicate and remember them as best we can, because that's how we're gonna keep you know, keep remembering them and their legacy. So, you know, but
Yeah, it's
great
always
org,
sad to hear.
Detox.
Sad to hear.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's not easy to come up and talk about that as well, because I could tell that, you know, it had obviously affected Battle Malice and the guys in the org. It would do the same for me, for people in my org, my community, obviously. So yeah.
Okay,
rest
it
in
was
peace, Dylan,
at my
and,
left side.
Well, yeah, we got you back though, crew. We lost you there. Glad to have you back.
Yeah, no.
Just
I'm
talking-
sorry, bro.
just
Like, people don't understand the work I put in so we can get this show ready, and for me to have, you know, connectivity issues, upgrading my entire, you know, router system with mesh Wi-Fi, like, you know, spent a good, you know, a good band on it. I don't know how y'all want to call it, but I'm just like I'm not gonna say it's gonna break my spirits. I just want to be here to give you guys the best show you can, and when I'm disconnecting, that, you know, I can't give you the best show. So, you know, it kind of bums me out, but we're gonna continue going, and hopefully it fixes itself as we go, and we can give you the best race we can here in the Daymar Rally 2953 presented by Game Glass. So, but let's move it on, because Detox, this next org that we're gonna talk
Probably
to,
missed
excites me a
the
ton,
ship.
because
I was
there's a
thinking
certain
this is
mechanic
probably
that was
going
just
to be a
recently
bit
put in
hard.
game, and we're gonna see it
Okay.
in action.
Now we are at the
today
correct
during the
distance.
Daymar Rally.
About.
You know what it is?
I do. I'm hoping we do get to see this in action. You know, it's actually something that I don't get to see very often. I'm excited. I know who it is. Crew, take it away. We know who it's resident veteran of the rally.
Might have
It's Ultimate Energy.
flew
It's Ultimate
past
Energy
it.
with our man Segelian. I really hope I've said it right, because every time I say it wrong, it's Segelian. I think it's you who says Segelian, actually. And I think I say it right. I say Segelian, but I could be wrong. Yeah, it's Ultimate
Hey,
Energy,
man,
Segelian, and they're bringing their refueling to the race today, which is going to be the first time ever in 5 years of Daymar rallies that we're going to have the ability to refuel the support ships who support
Nice.
the races and vehicles throughout the race. So if we're lucky,
Well, that's
today we might actually get to
welcome
witness some of
addition.
that, guys. Some brief live refueling in the verse, supporting their teams and keeping the ships in the air. I'm excited to see that, hopefully, crew.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't know Detox, because we're going to talk about it while Sigelian gets ready to jump on screen with us here in a second. Right, is that the Daymar Rally, when it was first made, it was actually made with the thought of ground refueling. That's why we have checkpoints, Talon and checkpoint Haska in the rule book map, because that is supposed to be the full rally when there's repair, when there's full refueling. But you know, I'm happy to say that today or during this rally, we have refueling for all the support craft, so they don't have to go, you know, to Grimmax or Port Olisar or to Crew L2 or wherever they need to go to refuel. They can actually just go to a Starfarer, which is being led by Ultimate Energy, Sigelian's team, in every single server. There's going to be a Starfarer refueling your support ship in the verse, which I mean, it kind of blows my mind, Detox, because like, can you ask for more? Like, the excitement of knowing that more things are coming to make the Daymar Rally a full reality, where you're gonna only race with one vehicle and you have to repair it along the way, excites me because more mechanics like these is what's gonna differentiate the rally from anything else out there. So, you know, I'm very excited for that.
Yeah. Yeah, and in 318 as well, and we already have the. This is obviously with the race today taking place in 317.5, but the PTU now we have the ability to actually repair vehicles with you know, the little multi-tool as well. So for next year's race, they'll have that ability to actually, you know, use the tool to fix parts of their vehicle, or at least fix the hull, which is an interesting concept that'll be added to the race as well further down the line. But yeah, these are all the kind of systems that are coming online to make the race a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more engaging for the support teams, and a little bit more interesting for everybody at home as well, and the races, everybody taking part. So it's been fun seeing how every year with every Daymar rally we have something new. I think it was last year it was the Hercules arrived, which changed the game massively. Everybody's using Hercules as their support ships because they're just so damn useful for the race. Yeah, you know, every year something new comes along and mixes up the game for us. So yeah, it's interesting to hopefully see some refueling today. If any of the support craft vouch to go that route. Yeah.
Well, let's hope. Let's hope for that. So without further ado, before we get Sejelian on board, you know, every year he makes an incredible ad piece for the community to see, all about Ultima Energy. So let's check it out right now.
Whether it's practice day, race day, or just Saturday, always demand the best.
At Ultima Energy, we always challenge ourselves to give our best. Through our technical partnership with Tumbro Land Systems, we developed Ultima T-Fusion Hydrogen Plus Premium Fuel with unbeatable protection against wear and corrosion and superior reduction in radiant nuclides. Go with the best total engine protection you can get.
Okay. My joystick kind of virtual joystick kind of.
That was actually awesome, man. That was really good. Sejelian, my man, I love you. That was a great ad there for Ultima Energy, man. How you doing?
Didn't work for a moment, so.
Good to see you, Detox.
Thank you, buddy.
I'm good, man. I'm good. How you feeling, man? Tell us about like the ad, because that was actually awesome. That was actually the first time I saw it. And what was the idea behind it?
You know, every year.
Too bad I can't find the in this game version. I can't find the ships with the scanner.
Fuel ads already
So
out there in existence, so I just go through and I find one.
there's
I like,
that.
And then I basically make it.
Brilliant, great approach. Man, I gotta get hold of some of that T-Fusion stuff. It sounds like it's gonna be a great boon for anybody that can get some of that.
You know what's funny about that is I was with EchoBit a couple of nights ago, and we were refueling on one of his tracks, and the ships that refueled with Starfare lasted longer than the ones that went and pitted.
Really? That's interesting. I wonder.
That's just interesting.
It's been a bug, but it was hilarious.
That's the T-Fusion,
so you know,
kicking in.
everybody has to get their fuel from
Probably
Ultima
going to
Energy.
spend
You're not
the
gonna
time
last
finding
it
just
long.
5 minutes and
It's
then
shut down
move on.
quickly.
So.
Sejelian, like, I'm sorry, I always butcher it. You know, it's just, you know, the way I say it. But you know, everybody doesn't know who Ultima Energy is, what they are. Can you tell the community out there that may, you know, just found you out for the first time here on the stream about what Ultima Energy, you know, what the org is all about?
Okay, so we're the leading provider in fuel products and services in the verse, and we organize as a co-op, so it's a social corporation. It's a strong brand within the Star Citizen hemisphere.
A strong brand within the Star Citizen hemisphere?
That's what it currently is, I would
that.
say. I don't know how
Oh yeah,
to
because
describe
there's
it.
one system.
Yeah, that's.
And by the way, Detox, he
gonna
said the
help.
leading
He did.
brand, okay?
No, leading provider in
How
fuel
do you-
products.
Fuel rats for the Star
Okay.
Citizen. This is
Let's see,
pretty
how
pretty
do you,
neat.
How do you think How do you think Pyro is going to mix things up for you, Sigelian? What's your thoughts on Pyro when that comes in and you know, Ultimate Energy?
Every person mentions Pyro.
Just
that it's gonna
interesting
be a real
rocks
big
here.
game changer. I hope so. I'm going to be prepared for when it's coming. So, but there's so many other elements involved with refueling right now that it's a lot to think about. Pyro. It's going to be a big change.
It should really put your. I mean, that's where, in my opinion, that's where you're going to get a lot of customers. I would assume, you know, where the Pyro is, it's a bigger system. It's going to be harder for people to traverse and a lot less truck stops, right? So that's where I'm kind of going with that. I assume that you're gonna get a lot of potential business with Pyro.
Yeah, that's true. But right now, growing the racing community, I think, is a stronger business move. Anything could happen in the future. Anything could happen with Pyro. Everything, like, they've already changed a lot about Pyro. So I gotta focus on the present right now. But I am very excited for Pyro. It'll be a lot of big changes.
Gotcha.
I think you're totally
No,
right.
I mean,
It's a great idea to focus on the racing community. Yeah.
Let's
I mean,
check
this
over here.
community, everybody is always asking, like, on
We're like
social media too.
800
trying to bring that
meters
up,
too
like,
far
racing,
away.
It's not a big part. Look, but we have 766 competitors in one
And this
event
rec
across
should
8
be
servers.
on
We've got enough
every
racers in the verse. I
server,
mean,
so
come on.
it's
You know,
it's something that
there's ground racing,
one should
ship
be
racing,
able
which
to
is always a lot
find.
of fun to see. So, you know, very good on you on that, Sigelian. That's absolutely incredible. So, but you know, like, you know, what about today though? That are you excited about today? Tell us, like, you have your whole crew ready. Is everybody ready? Do you guys do practicing? Like, tell us a little bit about today and about what you and your team is gonna be able to do in the Daymar Rally.
Yeah, well, we're hoping to save some lives out there. We're expecting people to run out of fuel, and we're hoping to fuel those people up. There's a lot of anxiety because we've never done this before, obviously, at the Daymar Rally, so we gotta figure stuff out. And there's
3
gonna be bugs.
kilometers.
You know, we really have to be the master of all the bugs.
To
We have
other
to know
direction.
all the resets and workarounds of the ships and systems, and that's it's gonna be exciting. And we've been training for a week, the past week, about this, really, like, focused and like simulated and controlled. So we all did the snake pit on Wednesday just to get experts in the flight of the Starfare. So we're prepared. We're ready.
Okay.
We're excited.
Are there any risks to the pilots that you're refueling to the ships you're refueling? What's it like at the moment? Because I haven't done refueling since it came out in PTU. What are the risks right now, Sigelian? What do we need to be looking out for?
Yeah, good point. You need to be looking out for bugs. Those are probably the biggest risks. I haven't seen a lot of explosions, but just people who get locked or stuck into the Starfare and they can't reset their situation fast enough or calmly enough. You know, and then there's obviously crash to death stops in 30, like, you know, disconnect.
I actually tried to find these
anything can
wrecks
happen,
from the maps
and we
and
have to
couldn't find
host
them,
it,
so
right?
that's
That
a
makes-
bit
Yeah. Well, it's
unlucky
all part of the
situation here.
fun.
It's all part of the fun. This might not apply so much to the Daymar Rally, but for other types of races, we've noticed that you can refuel faster in a Starfare than you can at a pit stop. So you can get up to 15 seconds in refueling with a Starfare, which is incredibly fast. With 2 people on board, you have to have 2 people to accomplish that.
So it's
there
about
is a benefit
somewhere
to actually
here.
refueling this way if you choose the risk.
I love that. Yeah, that's a great thing. It's a great choice for the support team, support craft, to weigh up those pros and cons. You know, maybe some of them in particular have practiced the refueling with a Starfare, and maybe that's their go-to
So
method.
I'm
Maybe
going
some
to
haven't
place my
practiced
own
it as much, but
waypoint here.
maybe during the race they might have to go that route because it's the better option. Yeah, that's cool.
Well, Detox, it's
Since
actually like
I'm not
a
the
docking.
official
They gotta know docking,
competitor.
so they better be good pilots.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
True.
Yeah, very true. Yeah,
That's
and
true.
let's hope everything goes smoothly for them if they are good pilots still, because sometimes
Yep.
things can be taken outside of your control, whether you're a good pilot or not.
Well, I
yeah,
mean,
Right.
crew,
Yeah. For Ultimate Energy though, like, say if somebody wants to join you, either, you know, on your racing ventures or maybe your fueling ventures as well, like, you know, where can people find you? Do you have an org page on the Star Citizen web page? Like, Where can people
hydrogen
find
is
you?
really low.
What kind of people are you looking
So
for?
we
to
can
join
still
you
manage.
in just this mission that you're on.
This
So
fine.
Ultima
So
Energy has a
Kudre
website.
ore,
It's ultima.energy. I don't know if there's links
which
up
is here.
somewhere, but check that out. Check out the website. Go to the Discord page. The type of people we look for is usually like people who are interested
That
in
way around.
participating in a co-op or providing services to other players. Those are the people who should be interested.
The
No,
good
that's,
guys.
That's
Yeah.
the good guys.
The good guys, yeah.
Oh man, the good guys, but we're still gonna take your money because refueling ain't free. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Well, today it's free. Today
Damn
it's free.
straight.
And so far it's been free.
Oh.
Have you seen me in the verse? I pay people 100,000 credits on my Twitch stream to get refueled by me. So it's only burning money at this point.
Dang man, you gotta pay people to refuel that. That's a little bit backwards there in the economy.
It is backwards, but hey, it's a game, right?
So here we can actually see the planet side and well, moon side, and
know, right?
it's
You
going to
gotta
be
invest in
similar
order to, you know, 'cause they're
rocky
gonna come back for more
terrain
no matter what. So
until the
give you
Kudre ore,
100K,
and there's
in
lots of
return, you're gonna
mountains
spend
in
500K, so, you know?
on the last lake,
Oh,
at the last part of the
always-
lake.
Always good, man. Hey, Sigelian, you've been here since the beginning, man. You know, you've supported Daymar rally since the
Now-
beginning, and
now we are
I
going to
can't thank you enough for continuing
have
to support not
refueling
only
here,
us, the community,
drop the
you
last
know,
beacon off,
and everything else
and
you
then
do, man,
return
is
to the
absolutely
starting line.
incredible. I can't wait to see
And
you.
start our
Hopefully at CitizenCon this year, if it happens, and we get a
unofficial
date. I can't wait for that.
race.
I can't wait to
So
give, you know, a lot
just
of you guys
checking
that I haven't
how
seen in a
the
long time
race
a
is
big
going
hug, because
and
we definitely,
how far
it's
I
been
can
too
actually
long,
go
you know,
with it.
tensions build, tensions risen, tensions go down, but when we see each other, it's gonna be a completely different vibe. You know, to kind of, you know, finally be in person and share, you know, about the game we love. So, anyways, any
We
last
don't have a
words,
ship that would actually show
Sigelian,
us
about Ultima
correct
Energy or
route
anything else you wanna
and
say to the
help
community
us,
out there
so
today?
that's
I'd say
to
thank
be
you guys so much
expected.
for letting us
And I
participate
haven't
in the Daymar
trained
Rally.
this
I hope to
route
see
at all,
everybody in the
so
verse, and don't hesitate to stop by and buy some fuel off of us.
Hey. All right. Well, Sigelian, thank you so much, man. I know you're preparing right now for the rally to get into the servers and do all that good stuff.
and
with
there's
your
a
team,
there's
so
a
best of
hole
luck
in the
today.
ground.
I hope to catch
Cave
you on the
here.
cameras because I want to see that refueling
Okay,
happen.
apparently
It's gonna
Kudre
be a
ore
highlight
is
for us and showing that up. So
doesn't
thank
have
you
a
again so much for
vehicle
being here today,
badge
and
either.
we'll see you in game.
So
Thanks. Cheers.
Cheers, Sigelian. Take it easy, man. Good luck.
Oh man, Detox. I always love talking to Sigelian, man. Always a great spirit, good vibes. You know, like
Such a charismatic young fellow. I want to
100%.
have some of his
Young
pizza
fellow.
as well. I don't know if he's still doing that. His big old pizza giveaways. I think he goes somewhere and does it. Like I think he went to.
yo. So
Didn't he go to
Nubifier's
meet
out.
with, like
Yeah.
Nubifier's? That's it. He went to Nubifier's house and cooked them all pizza and stuff. Yeah, it looks good. I want to try some of that. I forgot
Yo,
to ask him about that. How that's going.
The famous Sigelian Detroit pizza. He actually sells it too. Like in his off time, he actually makes it and sells it, and he does it all in his kitchen. And like the guy
He literally
is,
wants to give people energy everywhere he goes. Like
Where-
that's energy for humans. It's energy for ships in Star Citizen. He's the energy man. He's just giving everybody energy.
That's awesome, man.
Spreading his.
By the way,
vibes and energy.
Chad, if you guys want to go to Sigelian, please go check him out. You know, Twitch.tv, he does streams in the mornings. So seriously, on PT time, so go check him out, man. Such a good dude, great vibes. So make sure you guys go find him on the Twitch, all right? Because you know, guy's a gem. So always love having him here, supporting. for a
okay,
long
now
time.
heading to the
I can't wait
starting
to
line.
see some,
We have
some,
still
you know,
enough
some refueling,
fuel
man. I hope
to
Detox,
get
fingers
us
crossed, man, fingers
off
crossed.
this rock.
Yeah, I'm really hoping to see that today. Hoping we get some coverage of it. Yeah, crew. Are we moving on now? Is that our community interviews?
That was our community, our announcement with CLX. But I think before we move on about the rally rules and get into the beginning of the race, ladies and gentlemen, because it is coming up. I know a lot of people are like, "Yo, when's the race starting, man?" Bro, we got 766 competitors. Hold your biscuits, all right, and hold on
that's
to
a
your
lot.
triscuits until we get it all in the servers. But Detox, we have one more announcement. Our first announcement was, you know, CLX sponsoring Atmo Esports and all of our events moving forward for the rest of the year. So I'm very excited for that because I'm telling you, Detox, when I'm saying that both of us are going to make a splash for System 7.
You can see the race route at the right side of the screen.
A big splash. So
it's going to be like L shape around the polar region of this moon.
Here very, very soon. And, we haven't given out any information, all right? A lot of people know that Stanton 7 changed over to System 7 because when we get Pyro, we have two systems now, so it's not going to be, Stanton 7 anymore. We are going to move some races to Pyro. We are going to move some races to, to Stanton. And the more system come online, we're going to move this entire, F1 style racing league that we have into every single system. So Detox, you've casted the Stanton 7 before. Like, how much of a fun time it is to have everybody qualify to only have the best top 16 racers in Star Citizen to race against each other.
Yeah, Stanton 7, for those who don't know, who might be new to the broadcast or new to Atmo Esports, this might be your first time here. Stanton 7 is it's 7 races throughout Stanton. It's in the name. Different division, different vehicles across different tracks.
Another cut left back.
It's a much faster, more condensed paced race compared to something like the Daymar Rally, which is where Atmo Esports kind of cut its teeth on their events. Daymar Rally was Atmo Esports' first big event.
Ninetales is pretty good mission that's going at the same time with the race.
Yeah, Stanton 7, System 7 is one of the more sort of faster paced, cutthroat kind of races, F1 style, like Crucian said. I casted one of the races last year, and it was ruthless. There was like multiple deaths, multiple explosions. It was very neck and neck, lots of points. It's just a different kind of vibe, different kind of race. I loved it. It's super cool. So that becoming System 7 as well. I'm excited to see the new tracks throughout Pyro. For that race.
Oh yeah. So anyways, without further ado, before we talk about the announcement for System 7 coming up, let's check out the trailer before we jump into all that.
Yeah,
we'll be right back.
Refuel.
Check out the trailer.
Let's do it.
Atmo Esports and the Bad Token Race Club are proud to bring you a championship event like no other. The Stanton 7. This exciting rally circuit pays homage to Earth's classic rally and Formula One traditions, pushing drivers and their teams to their absolute limit across some of the toughest terrains Stanton has to offer. Qualifying teams will push through 7 individual races located across the system, from the isolated moons of Crusader to the bustling city centers of Hurston and Microtech. Each race, pilots will control a featured vehicle, from the rugged Drake Dragonfly to the lightning-fast Tumbril Cyclone, navigate perilous terrain and conditions, as well as one another. Racers will face off on Magda, crashing through mountain passes and dusty valleys. Walla, where jutting cliffs and deep craters force pilots to thread the perfect line. And Cleo, where one wrong move means plummeting into a lunar sea. Racers will pick up individual wins across the races, but only the team with the highest overall standings can claim the title of Stanton 7's champion. Sign-ups begin soon.
All right.
Get your crew together.
Now, small
and join
break.
us for the Stanton 7. You won't want to miss it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm proud to announce that the System 7 registration is now live. Now, we had a bit of an issue, Detox, because it says system7.gg there, but For some reason the website didn't like transfer over domains, and there's like we're over here, we're working over the side. So anyways, if you go to Stanton7, the number 7, Stanton7.com, you will be able to register for System 7. All right. Everything's already updated. It's just that the web domain, we kind of moved it back until we can get the other one fixed. So if you guys go over to Stanton7 as the number, not the word, .com, you will be able to register right now. And I have some special announcements to make, Detox, because that trailer by Haskaha and his team always gets me hyped. But I'm happy to announce that the qualifying rounds of the System 7 is going to take place in the buggy course in Orison. So, CIG put it there for a reason, Detox. So we're going to use it to its advantage. So if you want to be able to qualify for the top 16 of the System 7, all right, register now, and come March 4th, if you have the fastest time to qualify for the System 7, hey, you're in the top 16. And I'm telling you right now, these are some of the most furious racers in the entire verse. Detox.
All right.
How you feeling about this?
No, that's super cool. Yeah. So the qualifiers are on the new go-kart track that is it's on one of the platforms in Orison. So yeah, I've actually done this a little bit with my org. It's really good. It's a lot of fun. It's very.
All right.
It
So
feels
what
very
we are
Mario
going to
Kart.
do is
We play when you do the course, you got to put on some Mario Kart.
going
You
to
get
take
straight
the.
into that Mario Kart vibe. You just need the ability to throw like banana
Let's
skins
first
and
refuel
things
the
like that.
driver.
No, it's very fun, and,
And you can see
start
I'm
getting good at
all
it,
stocked
it's
out.
very, it can get ruthless. Like after
But
a few laps, me and my group were just like ramming each other.
well,
and
let's
really
see how
trying to get
the
that
server
edge,
is
get ahead of
working
each other.
today.
It's a really nice little addition that CIG put in.
Probably
It's
not very
super
well.
fun to screw around with, but that you guys are taking it. Atmo Esports going to be taking it to another level and putting it into qualifiers. So
Okay,
yeah, it's interesting
vanished.
and cool announcement.
Server might not be working really well because we have a
Yes, I'm very excited because getting
Orison
a
Ninetales
this, I've
incursion
seen
at the
fun.
same
I think I
time,
did
which
a
is lots of
1:18,
shooting.
1 minute 18 seconds. But we're actually not only going to use it for the qualifier as well, Detox. We're going to actually use it in a course race inside of the System 7. So not only you're going to qualify, but you're also going to be competing versus 3 other
Actually,
people. There's
I
gonna be 4
might be
people in the
able to
track
drink in
going
my
against each
own
other,
ship.
in a race once they qualify. So, once 318 goes live, whenever, if you have the PTU,
So basically there's a
start
garbage
practicing
collection
now, 'cause I
ongoing in
promise
this
you right
server.
now, there is a lot of competition. Detox, for people to qualify, they've literally had milliseconds.
Funny thing that they
differentiating from
actually
each other.
RSI
And what I'm telling you,
Cloud
this is
Imperium
some of the
Games
fastest races in the
actually
verse, and the
scheduled
reason why I
the
love this
Orison
event
battle
is because
at the same
unlike
time than
Daymar Rally, right?
Daymar
is a
Rally,
beautiful, filthiest race in the
despite
verse
they
endurance
actually
rally.
know that there's
System
rally
7 is
going
for the
on.
best top 16 teams in the verse. If you can qualify, grab a team and see if you have, the guts. You can race by yourself. If you can make every single race throughout,
Alright.
The next few months after the qualifiers.
Now it works.
So,
Probably.
an F1 style racing league with points, Detox. Like, I honestly,
So
Yeah,
another one of
refreshing.
my favorite events. Yeah.
you're putting Atmo's putting this race in.
Bottoms
is
up.
it replacing one of the existing courses that you have in
Yes.
Stand 7?
Very
Which
good
one
question.
will it be
Yes.
replacing?
So we have a structure right now because we do have some very surprising racetracks. So to kind of go over that, we will be replacing some of the old ones that we've had for, because this is the 3rd annual System 7. We're gonna replace some of them that have been, in there for a long time. So to give you an idea,
Right.
the buggy race will most likely, I think, replace the garage one we did with the PTVs. We did that
Right.
big figure 8 with the
Yeah. On New
PTVs.
Babbage?
So, yes, on New Babbage, and then we have the river race we did last year, but this year we're going to the Canyon River this time. So we're trying to hit different spots in within Star Citizen that can really elevate the races.
And now,
so, you know, instead of going to the back to the old
we
river,
are going to
Tech has a beautiful
spawn
river,
the
so we're gonna be putting
bike
you know,
and
some
start
grav
towards
vehicles
the
into that
go
canyon
go
river,
towards the
all the way through,
shelter.
and all 16 teams are gonna have to race in that, and you know, we're gonna
After
have
I
rules where
crash and
if they
die,
go over
we'll
if they
switch
go
to
over
the
canyon,
official
or
broadcast
if
of
they
the
go too high,
Atmo
they're
Esports
disqualified. So there's a lot of great
that you
things
can
and
see.
rules about this stuff. And we have Detox an insane course around the snake pit. I'm telling you right now, that course is by far one of the funnest ones. So, yeah, man, we're gonna elevate it, Detox. You know, and these, if you want to participate, again, head on over to Stanton number 7, Stanton7.com. Please write it as the number, not the sorry for the little, you know, but yeah, Detox. So, you know, big things coming. Big things coming.
Yeah, no,
So this is
super
our
exciting.
bike.
Yeah, Stanton 7 was a lot of fun to cast, and it's just going to be getting better. So many new racetracks have been implemented in 3.18 going forward. You know, there's race contracts you can take now. I think you're just going to see more and more people being attracted to things like.
I have never ever drawn this bike.
Esports races moving forward.
Yeah, apparently it's a bit easier.
And excited to see
from
where
here.
things go with this go-kart racing as well. Can't wait to potentially cast some of that and bring it to you guys at home.
Yep.
So first
well,
target.
You know, that's it for our System 7 update. For you guys there at home, guys, I'm telling you right now, if you guys are interested, jump on it right now. Register right now. So the way we do things, Detox, is that if you register for a race, obviously because it's you know, 2 months away from now or a month and a half, we actually send a confirmation email with a form to make sure that you're able to attend the race. And then, you know, because obviously we know that everybody's situation can change. So even if you register, that doesn't mean you're in. We'll send you a confirmation form, and we'll, you know, make sure that if you guys want any updates or announcements, make sure you guys join our official Discord at discord.gg/AmoEsports.
Okay,
or
ready.
!Discord in the chat.
Set.
So, but Detox, enough talking. I think it's
Go.
about that time that we start talking about the Daymar rally. But before we do that, we're going to take a quick break, you know, to reset the vibes here. And we're going to go fully into the Daymar rally and start to get the race
Probably
underway.
going
So
from the right
when
side.
we come back, ladies and gentlemen, get ready, because the filthiest
Let's see
race
how
first
this flies.
is going to start soon. We'll be right back.
Well, that was
Atmo
close.
Esports
A bit
operates a
too
little differently.
close.
Born from emergent community events like the Daymar Rally, the natural progression was to create esports events within an emergent environment and provide tournaments for esports teams in a unique way.
All right, here we go.
Every step you can count on me. Every step you can follow me.
Whoa! Oh, baby, look at this race starting, guys!
Atmo volunteers create events within massive sandbox gaming environments.
Hold up,
We
hold
work
up.
with talented community gamers to supply
No crash,
supporting
no
roles
crash.
such as camera crew, shoutcasters, event organizers, and so much more. Our team is a group of passionate professionals from all over the world, all with gaming in their veins. We operate purely online, and everything we do is created collaboratively.
It's gonna change the way we play the game.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Everything this race is about endurance. And speed. I think the hardest part is beginning rather soon. Going up from the right side. I think. Perhaps. Climb. Okay, it's climbing.
Your eyes are the gateway to your brain. It's time to start getting serious about protecting them. Reinforcements have arrived. Introducing Gamer Advantage, a gaming wellness company rooted in science. Patented, clinically proven, and trusted by thousands of people. Our glasses are designed to fit comfortably under a headset, look amazing, and offer protection indoors and out. Our lens will help you sleep better, which means feel better and perform better. There's no color distortion, and they are available in prescription. Internal protection starts with eye candy, an eye health, immune boost, and antioxidant formula.
On course.
Fog Away, the #1 selling anti-fog spray for eyewear. Gamer Advantage. Gaming wellness reimagined.
Head tracking adds so much to immersion in supported first-person games. When you try it, you're going to see why it makes so much sense. It's been created to seamlessly let you look where you want to, and with Tobii Eye Tracker 5, everything just works. Tobii has been the go-to name for head and eye tracking, and over time, their product has evolved.
Go around.
Their newest implementation has the most simplified setup because they did all the work for you. Offering both head and eye tracking, Tobii is able to track precisely through glasses or contacts, and once calibrated, it will never lose its center. The head tracking solution that integrates at the bottom of a flat or curved monitor, look at what you want to target sooner, look at what you want to lock your missile to, look at where you want to bomb, look in the direction that your ship is traveling to get the edge, look around and get the advantage. Just look and let Tobii Eye Tracker 5 do the rest in Star Citizen and a host of other simulation titles. It's so natural that you forget it's there.
Oh no. How do I get out of here? Okay. I got this. Let's see. If we can get out. Yes, we got out.
HQ, strike team, roger. Proceeding to target. Red Wind, Foxtrot, Romeo, 90183, Walker strike team on site for assistance.
I think I might have damaged the bike in that jump. I bought the more rugged bike just for my spotting skills, or their lack of them.
HQ, strike team, contract fulfilled, ready for tasking.
Can I jump in there? No, I'm going to pass these. Let's see what happens when the night comes.
Whether it's practice day, race day, or just
The start of the race shouldn't happen in a night time because it's pretty hard to fly.
We ourselves to give our best. Through our technical partnership with Tumbra Land Systems, we developed Ultima T-Fusion Hydrogen Plus Premium Fuel with unbeatable protection against wear and corrosion and superior reduction in radiant nuke lines. Go with the best total engine protection you can get.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. So before we talk about the rally, the rules, the race, and every detail for you at home, if you're brand new to the rally, welcome to the stream. Thanks for everybody's support so far. We see a lot of support in the chat. I took a chat while we were quickly on break, but chat is usually off while we're up here. But thank you everybody so far for their support. Seriously, man, you know, like all the support, like the merch that everybody's been purchasing, all just helps us to build a better website back end. We're trying to get some racers tools happening and a lot of different things going on. So really appreciate the support. But before we jump into everything else, Detox, I got to give a shout out here to our security that is right now, you know, helping keep the rally safe, protecting the Daymar rally. And right now, if you want to check out each org, we actually have a panel down below.
Oh, down below the stream, everybody. I'm going to finish Crucian's sentence right there. No, we've lost crew again. Something going on there. That's good news. There's a panel down below the stream. There's the orgs are listed for our security forces who are going to be helping us. Crew, you okay? You okay? We haven't said anything for the last few seconds, man. There are links down below that'll take you to the org pages for all of our security who very kindly donated their time to the Daymar rally today to try and protect the racers, the support teams, everybody who is taking part in the race, because the Daymar rally it's an open PU race, right? It's an emergent race that's happening in the PU. These aren't private servers. This isn't happening inside an arena. It's happening out across the sands of Daymar. That's one of the reasons we call it the filthiest race and a death race, because there is always potential for villains to turn up and potentially interact with the racers and the teams and provide problems for our competitors. All the competitors are well aware of the risks when they take part in the Daymar rally. They know what they're getting into when they sign up. They know there's potential for death, either by one of the other races or by potential third parties. So it's always good to have some security on board to help out throughout the race. It's slowly increased over the years. In the early days we had a lot less over each kind of race, over each year. It's slowly increased. We've slowly gotten more and more security teams on board. So massive thank you to these guys. They're dedicating their time and their expertise to helping with the race. Over 200 people altogether in security. It's amazing to see. You got to love this community coming out together, putting their skills and putting their gameplay and interests together to for the greater good. So thank you to all these companies. It's Armco, we got Black Widow Company, we've got Cobra Force, Das Cartel, Fleet of the Faithful Knights, Invictus Intergalactic Federation, Ragtag Merc, Silent Professionals, Vanguard, War Machine, Viperia's Veil, and Walkers of Sigma. I think you just saw the trailer for Walkers of Sigma as well. Super cool. So thank you to those teams. Security, good luck, Godspeed out there, good flying, and keep us safe. Please keep us safe.
Hey, Detox, you forgot? Yeah, I'm back, man. I'm sorry, bro. I'm over here battling the internet gods right now. Again, I'm so sorry, guys.
There's the mountains
I put so much work in
on the Health Fay,
on making
like
sure
we
have
saw from the air.
incredible production, and for me to go off, it's really heartbreaking for me right now. But we're gonna continue moving on with positivity and energy. But Detox, can't forget there that we even have Avenger Squadron actually helping with security again. They're not mentioned on the list, but Avenger Squadron is part of a security team. They kind of didn't want people to know because they think that
Wind is picking up.
They're OP pilots, But
attract some extra attention,
yeah,
There's
exactly.
Fun Diamond.
But, love Avenger One and his team out there. Avenger Squadron, thanks for also helping
Going from the right side.
All the security orgs, and thank you so much, Detox, for picking up that for me since I just all of a sudden cut off. But yes,
good. It's rough. It happens, man. This is live over the internet across multiple continents. This is what just happens sometimes, guys, during the Ammo Sports rally. I say sometimes every race that we've had something to some degree, and that is just the nature of live.
And crashed.
One day we'll do this all together in the same venue, and things will
stop the count.
Otherwise, yeah, we're all good. We're gonna keep it rolling forward. And
so we got 11 minutes out.
We are getting to the race very shortly.
Before we can get it back inside.
Make sure we are representing all the people who are helping us out and making this thing possible. So, and like I said, we're giving everybody a chance to get going.
Yeah.
So, should we take a look at the map for the Daymar rally? There's some new people out there who don't know the.
Let's take a look at the Daymar rally map and go through everything. And again, check out all of the security orgs.
Now I have
in the Twitch panel. Go check out their org pages, and if you feel like
difficulties to actually log back in. So that's we got 11 minutes out. Well, 12 minutes out, halfway to the first leg before crash. So this is Star Citizen, ladies and gentlemen. This is Star Citizen.
For you guys here soon. of in-server, but the Daymar Rally course route, right? 510 kilometers. That is the distance of, from Shubin to Eager all the way down to Kudra Or. But this year, Detox, we added something a little bit extra and added another checkpoint there, Detox. If you want to take that part, that'll be great.
Yeah, so this is the first time this year we are introducing the checkpoint, the Big Betty, which is the Reclaimer.
Yes, this thing.
It's going to be a man checkpoint.
This should actually work.
A pilot in the seat and an official in there who will be checking off racers as they pass under and through the arms of the Betty this year during the 2953 Daymar Rally. So this is the first time.
Let's see what happens if I log back in.
Yeah, this is across multiple servers. There's like multiple of these reclaimers just sitting there in the checkpoint with the pilots doing their thing, waiting for the racers who have to pass underneath, right? Crucian, they have to go under and through the underneath the arms of the reclaimer in order to qualify for the race. If they don't pass through that checkpoint, they can't qualify, right? They can't complete the race. They have to pass through these checkpoints in order to complete the race. So yeah, they can't just go around it. They can't avoid it. Hopefully there's no issues there because it's the first time it's been put in, and there's a lot of veteran racers here. It's something new they're going to have to pay attention to and be aware of. Guru.
No, 100% there. And right, the procedures. Every year we have a main procedure for the rally in the rule book, and usually the way that they would check in, they would actually have to go inside the Betty and actually check in. But this year, since it's the first implementation, teams just have to find the Betty while they're racing. They know that it's in between. If we can go back to the map real quick, they know that it's in between Shubin.
Yeah, can't help it.
Have to find it, at that distance and locate the Betty. Drive under it, and the person
so
that's
basically,
in the Betty is gonna be, hey,
if this was the situation with the competitors, well,
they're all happy. So
can't help
I'm very happy that Zol did a great job at getting.
But we can actually do the
and hopefully putting them into the game because
do the Daymar Orison mission here.
What the Daymar Rally can be, Detox.
Yeah, and there's also this, like all other checkpoints, there is an armistice zone around this checkpoint. So if you get multiple people checking in at the same time, they're not allowed to engage the other racers until they're outside of the enforced 500-meter armistice zone. So, for instance, if
pretty good payout. So now I actually need to change the stream title.
500 meters, and then they can engage, and that actually stands for all the checkpoints.
Because we are not racing anymore.
For those who don't know, you can fire upon all the other races throughout the race. Otherwise, just not around the checkpoints and not after the start of the race. It's the same deal. At the start of the race,
Thanks for volunteering 500
again. Meters
Here's the situation.
Off the start line
a large
before
group
they can
of armed
engage
outlaws
the other
known as the
races.
Nine
So,
Tails have
yeah,
seized
it's
control
worth
of
keeping that in mind. So, there's going to be some. If you get multiple races checking at the same time,
This
the
makes it
servers are bigger now.
impossible for any
Means we're going to have
non-Nine-Tails
more
ships
people
to approach
taking part in
until
each
the inverter
race that
is
you're going to
deactivated.
see
So that
today
your
for the
primary
first
job.
time. So.
We've gone ahead and commandeered a shuttle to get you to the platform.
There could be
But
more
once you're
conflict
inside,
between our
you should
races this
hopefully be
year,
able
which
to find a
I mean,
vehicle
we
within the
don't want to see that,
restricted
right?
area to
That's the
use.
exciting part about
Head to the
Daymar
station
Rally.
once
So,
you're ready.
yeah, good luck, and make sure that these guys are going to have to be careful about their check-ins. Make sure they're not making themselves vulnerable when they do check in or check out, so to speak. Crew.
No, that's true, right? And this race is not easy. Now let's kind of go back a little bit here, Detox, because like the rules of the Daymar Rally are very, very simple. You have 1 to 4 racers, right? If you're racing with only one person, then what happens at that point is that you don't have a support ship. So it's always viable to race with at least 2 or more. That way you have a support ship that can help you locate things like the Betty and locate other things like these other checkpoints when they're implemented. But you see Checkpoint Talon and Checkpoint Haska there. So once we get ground fueling, we should be able to, get those other points implemented. And hopefully
yeah, that was really poor.
that would require more staff and more everything. So, but yeah.
Because
The
30k
rules,
is
are
totally
very
just
simple. The start
game
line
crash.
of the Daymar Rally course.
Nothing.
All right, once the race begins, once you're out of Armistice,
No
the
point.
Zone, the reason why this is the filthiest race in the verse is that you can actually start in your vehicle.
Let's
start
see if
shooting
we have
fire
a.
not only at other vehicles from your
I
vehicle,
think we
but
have
other
a
support
pretty
ships.
okay.
Support ships are not allowed to shoot back. All right, it's up to you in the ground, the racers, to go and cause that filthiness in Daymar. So Detox, and this year now the servers are bigger and we have 40 teams instead of 10 teams in a server. We are going to see definitely a lot more action.
I really hope so. Yeah, I really hope we're going to see more clumping of racers neck and neck, support craft. It's going to be super cool. I mean, you can shoot at support craft, right? You can deter them. I mean, that was the rules last year. You could shoot at the support ships of your opponent's teams. The support ships can't shoot back. You can create, harass them essentially. If you've got big enough guns on your support vehicle. That's right, crew? We did see that last year.
Yes.
I don't know if that's been
yes.
changed this year.
Yeah. No, it's
okay, good.
It's still the same,
I was
right?
imagining that.
Yeah. So pretty much, like the way the rally is supposed to go is that you have one vehicle and you are supposed to repair it and stop at all these checkpoints to get refueling. But because we don't have that stuff in game yet, so people can bring up to, say if your support ship is a C2, you can fit as many buggies, as many bikes in there as you can, and those are going to be your backups. Once your backups are over, then unfortunately you're out for the race. Now, say you have a team of 4 Detox, right? So you have a team of 4. Say your driver blows up. Your support pilot or co-pilot can come down, where their team blew up, and get into a car, and then the co-pilot or the support, the support co-pilot or that pilot can start racing, and one can be a support pilot, and then continue going. And then if that guy dies, then the last support pilot can jump down, get in on another vehicle without a support pilot, and continue the race all the way through. So, there's we've seen people finish over the years, but there's such a lot of mechanics in play, and we have to change the rules to the addendum until we get full functionality to do that full scape of the Daymar Rally. So, but it's still fun.
Absolutely, yeah. It's exciting, and I'm like you said, I'm really hoping to see some more action this year. The increased server player limit should really spice things up a little bit for that as well. So rule-wise, there aren't any other major changes this year. Obviously, we got the STV as well in the game now. We didn't have that last year. The STV is the little Jeep kind of vehicle. It's actually the fastest buggy out of the buggy division. It's the fastest vehicle, but we don't think it's going to be that popular, do we, crew? I think you're still going to see more Cyclone races this year, just because the Cyclone is better built for the rough terrain of Daymar. It's got slightly better suspension, it's raised a little bit higher, which makes it a little bit better for tackling the rocks and the terrain of Daymar. But we are definitely going to see some STVs out on the field today.
Yeah, the marker is a bit.
As a new addition as well for 2953. It's one of the new vehicles that have been introduced since Daymar Rally last year. So that'll be exciting as well. Interesting to see how those guys do up against the Cyclones. And rule-wise, I think that...
okay, now we have a right.
It's 510 kilometers.
Target selected,
and,
I think.
It's going to be a long day for all our races, and you guys
or maybe not.
Are nearly ready to get going, guys. We are nearly ready to get going. The races are some of them are in position now. We have camera feeds online. Is there anything else you want to cover, crew, before we move on to some of the races?
Yeah, hopefully I don't cut out any more after this, but let's cover a little bit about the speeds, because, CIG did cut the speeds a lot, of the Cyclone RC, up the Rover, which is going to make a longer endurance race for the rally overall. So, something that have happened in the past, right? So, the Cyclone RC went from 55
I think now we have a correct target.
Down to 35 in the current patch. In 318 it goes up a little bit, but in the current patch Detox, because it has boost, you're looking at about about a 4-hour race, even though in the past it was about 3 to 3.5 hours, maybe a little bit faster, but you're looking at about a 4-hour race for the buggy division. For the bike division, nothing's really changed there, Detox. So they're going to be, pedal to the metal. Their race is going to end, from Shubin to Eager all the way to Kudre. Fighting the Betty is going to take about 1 hour and 20 minutes. So very, very quickly. And then for the trucks, which, that Ursa Rover, and the Spartan, where they were around 40 meters per second, in the previous crash until they got nerfed. Now we're down to about 25. So it's a massive hit, Detox. Trucks are going to be at, at that point where we're at around a 6 hour and 20 minute race, man. So, yeah.
6 hour optimal time, I think. If it's optimal time, yeah, it's a pretty lengthy one for the truck division. Those guys in the Spartans, in the Atlas platform vehicles, are going to have one hell of a marathon ahead of them with these speed changes. So thank you, CIG, for the speed changes. They are being tweaked again in 318, but we're playing on 317 for the Daymar rally today. So yeah, they're going to be enduring those slightly slower speeds, I'm afraid, across the board. So like we said, the rally will be a little bit longer today than previous renditions of the race. So get your refreshments and food and everything in order if you haven't already. What do people stand to win this year, Crucian? We haven't covered the prizes yet.
Yes, very, very good one. Let's get the prizes up because, the stakes are high this year. JRDF still taking care of us, actually forging, these trophies right now, which are absolutely incredible. But Detox, let us,
this is
let
Gas
me know
Planet
that
and
this division can win,
Floating City.
This year.
So yeah, the bike division, it's a jacket, the awesome Daymar Rally jacket for the winners in first place. They also get the new A1 Spirit, which is obviously still a concept at the moment, but that's one of the new additions to the ship lineups. They get the one of the awesome new bikes, which is also still in concept. We haven't got those yet, but those are one of the big things we're anticipating here at Daymar Rally, the new bikes coming in. And obviously the trophy for the first place teams to share. They'll have to, one person have it for 6 months, the other person have it for the next 6 months, send it around the teams and share in holding it and touching it. Awesome JRDNF provided trophy for first place winners. And in second, they get the jersey in the bike division with the X1 bike, and third place jersey again, which are awesome, with the Nox bike as well. For the bike division, it's the Mercury Star Runner, the jackets, the trophy, and one of the Origin buggies. Are they called again? It's been a long time since those babies were announced. The new Origin buggies, which is also
G12s.
That's it,
right
the
there,
G12. Yeah, the Origin buggies, which are also still a concept. Soon TM will get those. The STV as well, second place with the jerseys, and a Cyclone RC for the third place, the buggy divisions. And then the truck division coming in a little bit heavier on the Hercules C2. That's going to provide the ample room for more trucks in the future. There's a bit of a theme here, kind of the ships kind of cater to that division's vehicle. So to help them in future races as well. Ursa Rover, the jackets, the jerseys across second and third, and in second place one of the Anvil Spartans, in third place a beautiful, timeless Ursa Rover. So some big prizes for the teams, big things to be won. Most of all, the most important thing is, of course, the pride of winning the Daymar Rally 2953. So yeah, some pretty sweet prizes. Thank you to everybody who's helped provide these for us. JRDNF with the trophies as well. Yeah, good luck. Good luck to our races in a little bit. So we have got cameras online now, guys. We can actually go to the cameras if you're ready to do that, crew, and start taking a look at the races.
Not just yet. We still just yet. We still got a little bit more stuff to cover because the championship jackets, Detox. No, you're good. The championship jackets are individual, right? Like we make these specifically for the winners, so you won't see these anywhere. So if you see somebody at CitizenCon with a championship jacket, they've won an Atmo Esports event because nobody else currently has it. Not even the staff.
Can't
don't make it for us. And then the jerseys, which I wanted to get to their Detox. The jerseys, which each team member get if they get second or third on each division, is currently available now. So let's get some of the merch up right now for the Daymar Rally 2953. If you guys want to go check it out, exclamation mark merch in chat. you guys could actually go pick up your own jersey or any other Daymar Rally stuff, or hers and her locker, or any of the merch that we have on the store. You guys can go check it out. Again, this helps support all the stuff that we do on the back end at Atmo Esports. Websites, trophies, all the prizes that you guys see are all, you know, helped and funded by us. And also, we have obviously the incredible help of Star Citizen that also helps us out with some, you know, ships pricing and all that good stuff. So if you guys want to get your hands and represent us, especially with CitizenCon this year, Detox, you know, like, I know we talked about it on stream. You said you didn't want to go, but, you know, hopefully I'll change your mind a little bit. But I know. I just want to see a big, you know, I think our plan.
The landing
plans are
area might be at the right side here.
I know exactly what you're saying, crew. I totally get you. Crew, yeah, I can't go to CitizenCon. It's just too far this year. It's a very long way. It's a big expense for somebody who lives in Europe or the UK. It's a long way to go. A lot of you know, the hotels be very expensive. So this year, I think I'm going to sit it out for the American CitizenCon. I'll wait until it comes back to Germany or Manchester, and I might do something here at home in the UK with anybody in the community that, you know, wants to come along. See if there's some interest for that, and organize something here in the UK to kind of enjoy it with a bunch of citizens together. Because yeah, it's the first time in a long time we've all been able to get together again. So yeah, otherwise, yeah. How about you, crew? Are you definitely going?
100%, man. I was saying something and I cut off. All I'm gonna say is that, you know, like, we're probably gonna do a big meetup, maybe a couple days before the event. Once we know dates, we'll probably announce some of this stuff. But we definitely want to do something for the community as Atmo Esports, and, you know, we'll love to see everybody with just a massive wave of, you know, Atmo Esports merch, t-shirts, jerseys, jackets, whatever it is. You know, our whole theme this year is topography, as you can see up there. So, you know, it would be awesome to see everybody join us this year if it happens. I'm not trying to jinx it. I want it to happen because I haven't seen a lot of you folks since 2018. So it's been a long time. So yeah, you know, help support if you can, if you're able to, and grab yourself a piece of merch and come down and help us out. And we'll hopefully see you at CitizenCon. So that'll be fantastic. But anyways, Detox, you were saying we got some views ready. But before we got the views ready, we are going to take another quick break here. Guys, servers are, I'm going to be transparent with you guys. We had a little hiccup. Some servers are ready, some servers are not. But in order for us to get the race going, we have to get every single server ready. So we're almost there, all right? We're almost there, so bear with us. It's the biggest event in Star Citizen. It's massive. It takes a lot of people behind the scenes. So shout out to the staff, volunteers, cameras, security, all of you guys. We really appreciate it, guys. When we come right back, we're going to show you guys what's going on in the servers, and we're going to give you guys some views to get this rally started. So thank you guys for your patience.
Yeah, servers are dog shit, like always.
Atmo Esports operates a little differently. Born from emergent community events like the Daymar Rally, the natural progression was to create esports events within an emergent environment and provide tournaments for esports teams in a unique way.
All right, here we go.
Lots of waiting in this event.
Hey, I wanted you to know that we could really use you out there. Make your way to the shuttle station as soon as you can. I've got a marching map
Atmo
for you.
volunteers create events within massive sandbox gaming environments, and we work with talented community gamers to supply supporting roles such as camera crew, shoutcasters, event organizers, and so much more. Our team is a group of passionate professionals from all over the world, all with gaming in their veins. We operate purely online, and everything we do is created collaboratively.
It's gonna change the way we play the game.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Your eyes are the gateway to your brain. It's time to start getting serious about protecting them. Reinforcements have arrived. Introducing Gamer Advantage, a gaming wellness company rooted in science. Patented, clinically proven, and trusted by thousands of people. Our glasses are designed to fit comfortably under a headset, look amazing, and offer protection indoors and out. Our lens will help you sleep better, which means feel better and perform better. There's no color distortion, and they are available in prescription. Internal protection starts with eye candy, an eye health, immune boost, and antioxidant formula. Fog Away, the #1 selling anti-fog spray for eyewear. Gamer Advantage. Gaming wellness reimagined.
Head tracking adds so much to immersion in supported first-person games. When you try it, you're going to see why it makes so much sense. It's been created to seamlessly let you look where you want to, and with Tobii Eye Tracker 5, everything just works. Tobii has been the go-to name for head and eye tracking, and over time, their product has evolved. Their newest implementation has the most simplified setup because they did all the work for you. Offering both head and eye tracking, Tobii is able to track precisely through glasses or contacts, and once calibrated, it will never lose its center. The head tracking solution that integrates at the bottom of a flat or curved monitor, look at what you want to target sooner, look at what you want to lock your missile to, look at where you want to bomb, look in the direction that your ship is traveling to get the edge. Look around and get the advantage. Just look and let Tobii Eye Tracker 5 do the rest in Star Citizen and a host of other simulation titles. It's so natural that you forget it's there.
Mayday, Mayday, this is Red Wind, FR 9183, requesting immediate support. I'm under fire from an unknown number of hostiles. Sending my location now.
Up there.
HQ, strike team. Contract assigned.
HQ, strike team, roger. Proceeding to target. Red Wind, Foxtrot, Romeo, 9er 183, Walker strike team on site for assistance. HQ, strike team, contract fulfilled, ready for tasking.
Hey, just wanted you to know that we could really use you out there. Make your way to the shuttle station as soon as you can. I got a bunch of new map for you.
Okay, there has been some fight here.
Here's a tip before you head out. Make sure you set your imprint to Orison General so you can get back to the fight quickly if things go wrong.
Whether it's practice day, race day, or just Saturday, always demand the best.
At Ultima Energy, we always challenge ourselves to give our best. Through our technical partnership with Tumbra Land Systems, we developed Ultima T-Fusion Hydrogen Plus Premium Fuel with unbeatable protection against wear and corrosion and superior reduction in radiant nuclides. Go with the best total engine
Yeah, I'm like only one playing this mission right here. Ah, second player, nice.
Welcome back, everybody. How is everyone doing? We are nearly there. We're nearly there. We are still getting set up. As you can see, the races across one server, at least, are ready. They're lining up, or basically ready. However, you got to remember there are multiple servers, and we are setting up multiple servers, and they're not all ready at the same time. So, as always, every year, we do appreciate your patience while we get things things going.
Yeah, you can
you guys have
rather
been for a while,
appreciate
you've
the
seen Daymar rallies before,
large
it's been
scale of
wonderful.
the Star
You'll be
Citizen
familiar
world.
with how it goes, but you guys who maybe it's
You're
your first
approaching
Daymar
a
rally,
small network of platforms that
this is
Crusader uses
generally
for VIP
what
sales.
happens. You know, we have a
Ninetales
pre-show to kind
outlaws
of
have
cover
seized control
the
of the
setup,
air and
and
platforms,
then
and we need to take them back.
we hope, cross
Your
our
first
fingers, that
objective will be to
things
return
are running
control of the
smoothly.
restricted
But
airspace back
it's
to
Star Citizen.
Crusader.
It is the
The
beautiful
Ninetales are using a
alpha
device
that
called an identity
we
friend
love
or
when
foe
these things
inverter,
happen.
so they can
Okay,
bring
so
in reinforcements
we're
while our own
we're
ships
getting there.
are
But thank
locked
you to
out.
Sevens
We
and
know
our
that the
camera
device
operators
is being hidden
who
in
are
a
online
locked storage container
and
somewhere
able
on
to
the
provide us
cargo
with
barge docked at
some
Central
views
Platform.
across
It
across
seems,
the different
however, that
servers,
the only
across the
person with
different
the container's
divisions.
access codes
We
is Enzo
have
Ren,
quite a few
a veteran
races
Ninetales
in
outlaw who is
the
in
race
charge of
this
this
year,
attack.
guys. Like we said before, this is
Having dealt with it
actually
before,
the biggest
believe that he
Daymar
will
rally
stay
so
hidden
far,
until
with
he
a
is
total of
forced to get involved.
766 competitors, guys.
We'll first have to neutralize the
766. Now
Ninetales
just
lieutenants he's assigned
imagine
to each
how
of the
many,
individual
with a
platforms.
total
Once you take
Right.
them out, you can get the codes
community
from Ren and shut down the
event of
inverter.
1,000
The
people
platform you're headed to
all
now is
taking
Solanki
part.
platform.
1,000
Crusader uses it to
vehicles
house
in
VIPs
total
that are
across
visiting
all
Orison.
the different
There should be a
divisions.
few small ships here that we have permission to
214
use.
total teams.
Commandeering vehicles
These
will
are
be vital
all
to us
spread
reaching the
across
central platform,
multiple
as
servers
it's
of the game,
disconnected from the shuttle
and
system.
are all setting up and getting
I'll make
things
sure to
ready.
update
So
you if anything changes.
no matter how much
With
precautions
your
we
help,
take, no
I
matter
have
how much
faith the CDF is going to come out on
prep,
top today.
it's with so many moving pieces.
CDF is two people.
Things can go a little bit wrong and take a little bit longer than we expect. So, if you've tried to play, if you play SC, or if you've done anything as a group before, hopefully you can appreciate just how much of a mammoth event this is. And with it getting even bigger this year, it's
Platform is mostly being cleared out. We just need to reverse the restricted air to stop them from reinforcing.
Yeah, increase the server player count. So
We control the
enjoy
skies
the
and we
views
control the
while
ground.
everybody starts
We know
getting
it was only a matter of time
to
before they
the
sent someone in
final
to try and
prep
take these back.
phase
But
of
I
the
really
race
thought
before we
Crusader
kick it
would
off
at least try
and
themselves
coordinate
before begging
the
random
start
civilians
of
to throw away their
Daymar
lives instead of risking
2953.
their own.
Normally how we do this
Anyway,
is
I'm going to tell you what I
all
told
the
them.
servers will be listening in on the announcer, who will basically call the start of the race with a 10-second countdown. Once the announcer reaches the go, there are flare and chats fired off at the start line, and then all the servers start simultaneously at the same time and start and kick off the race across all the different divisions. So you will start to see in the beginning there'll probably be quite a lot of focus on the bike division, as the bike division is the fastest division out of them all. They finish very quickly compared to all the other divisions. So there'll be a lot of focus on our camera teams following the bike action as we move across the race, and we'll also obviously be moving between all the other divisions as well. We don't want to miss anything if we can help it. But there will be a lot of focus on the bike divisions, and then camera teams will kind of filter down as bike divisions finish to the buggy division, which is the next fastest division to complete the Daymar rally, down into the truck division.
I absolutely love this because, like, we have so many people in a 100-player server. Actually, it's 110 cap right now that we can actually launch with in a party, and not all the vehicles fit in the landing pad. So I'm like, I love it, man, because, you know, like, our dream of this is to have, you know, everybody in one server in the future, which is, it can be, you know, all 700 people in one server. That's one thing that we really want to have in the future. So to see this, man, to see that more can happen, really, really excites me overall.
Yeah, I mean, it's like when you watch any marathon on TV and it's just rows and rows of people lined up, ready at the start line. You know, the start line goes back so far. I don't know how we intend to do this in the future with Daymar Rally, but you can already see multiple lines forming. Yeah, it's a good point, man. I think this is the first time we've seen two rows of races. I could be wrong, but I think this is the first time we've seen that with the buggies. There's a lot more space, obviously, for the bikes, who are chilling here on their start line. Shipwreck providing the camera feed. God bless him. Thank you, Shipwreck. Yeah, these guys, some of them taking the dominant stance of standing on 2 feet from the back of the Dragonfly. I think we saw that last year as well. It's like the Dragonfly T-pose. Yeah, it's nuts. It's gonna get these start lines are gonna get thicker and thicker, so to speak. And I'm here for it, man. Here for it. It's exciting stuff.
Yeah, same.
So yeah,
same here. Same here, Detox. And to kind of give you some of the numbers that we talked about earlier as well is that, you know, the bike division has around, I think it's about 39 teams, and then you have the buggy that is the biggest division so far, which is around 130 plus teams. And then the truck division has around 27 teams because of the length of it. It's really long, so not many people, you know, may want to take that, you know, how do you say, that challenge of racing for 6.5 hours. But shout out to all the truck division. Shout out to you guys, because you guys really want, you know, the challenge. And you know, it's the filthiest race in the verse for a reason, and I appreciate you guys for taking on the challenge of a 6-hour race, which I think is absolutely incredible.
yeah, it's the truck division is the slow tortoise, slow and steady tortoise wins the race. You know, I mean, they don't have a choice; they have to go slow. But they're hardy. The trucks are hardy. They make it across. More trucks tend to finish, you know, relative to the buggies, because you know, they're a lot less volatile. They're a lot more steady on their feet. They're slower going. They're hardy. They don't suffer too much to the environment of Daymar. And obviously they're not going fast enough where they can actually inflict a lot of damage on themselves. So the truck divisions are pretty low maintenance, but they're a lot larger vehicles. So there's a lot less support vehicles that their support craft can take to the race. So that's another thing to kind of factor in as well. But the buggy division, yeah, buggy division is probably the most volatile. This is where you tend to see the most sort of crashes and flips, and booms and wheels coming off and that kind of thing. And then the bike one is usually pretty smooth, but we get some really cool sights from the bikes. The bikes get some crazy air, you know, they can get some massive long jumps, cutting out massive parts of the course. Yeah, the bike division, for me, I'm all about the buggy crew. I like the buggy, and I like the rovers in the truck division.
So do I. So do I. And a lot of people are asking themselves, oh, if, you know, why is the STV not in? Like, they can race with the STV, but the STV on Daymar, the handles of it is completely different, right? Like, the STV is definitely a lot smaller, you know, overall, than the Cyclone RC. Cyclone RC has boost, which and then makes it a little bit faster than the STV. If you know how to use boost, if you know how to maneuver the handling
How do I
of the
get
Cyclone
up
RC
there?
faster and better.
I wonder.
What I like about that is that it is going to be a little bit faster than the STV overall. Now, on a flat land, Detox, on a flat land, the STV takes the Cyclone.
Probably an elevator in a
you know, in that flat
building
environment.
here.
But on Daymar, your Cyclone RC is still king, unfortunately.
Exactly, yeah, and that's just due to the raised chassis and like the suspension of the Cyclone is just a little bit better on that hazardous environment. The STV, you know, you kind of expect to see that driving around Jurassic Park doing like dinosaur tours kind of thing, you know? Whereas the Cyclone, a little bit more ruthless, made for this kind of environment. But no, you're right, man. I can't see, unless I'm blind, I don't see a single STV in this server at least.
There are some. Yes, there are some STVs in. Yeah. You know, Detox is tough because STV is sometimes like, you know, that vehicle. Like if you've been practicing the Daymar Rally very, very well, if you've been practicing with the STV and you kind of know how to maneuver, how it works properly, I have no doubt that you'll be able to compete, right? Because if you know the path to take, the line to take all the way down to Kudra Ore, you should be just fine. But if this is your first time practicing, if you haven't had much practice with it, it tends to get those little bumps and bruises and makes it flip a lot more than you would. So, you know, but still, man, can't wait for these other vehicles to come out. G12, Ranger, you know, the Origin X1 Velocity, and so much more vehicles that we'll have, you know, in different divisions in the Daymar Rally in the future.
Yeah, and something else, like you touched on there with practice, something else we kind of need to touch on here, for you guys who may not be aware, that the people, the racers, the good ones that take part in the Daymar Rally, they are doing a ton of practice for the Daymar Rally. My organization had a team in Daymar Rally and saw firsthand just how much time they dedicate to practicing for the Daymar Rally, running the route, running the checkpoints, kind of memorizing parts of the route, where they can be the most efficient and get the best time, because that's what it takes to win. You gotta really put in that kind of work to really get familiar with the course and maximize your chances at getting the best time to win, because it's a time-based. That's how it's all calculated, right? It's because it's not all the races on one server. We have to tally the times up from all the finishes over all the different servers in order to crown our winners. So while you might not, you might think you're not doing too well on your server, you might actually be doing quite well in comparison to all the other races across the other servers. It just comes down to your time and how quickly you can finish. So sometimes, we have teams finishing within mere seconds of each other, and that's how close it can be in the Daymar Rally. So when that is, when it comes down to the wire, putting in that extra training to you really get familiar with the course can make all the difference. So yeah, these guys put in a lot of work.
I mean, yeah, that makes, and that's great overall. Love the teams. There's a lot of teams that actually, like you said, Detox, I've been practicing for 6 months now to get ready for the rally. There's a lot of veterans in here, but, this year, I would love to see a new team come out of the gates and really take over, the race this year. So let's see if a lot of teams put in the practice and put in the time in order to hopefully get those top 3 spots. And something we didn't talk about, Detox, is that this year, because of the vehicle speed changes and everybody's time and effort into putting into all this, what is going to happen is that for every single server that we have, once first, second, and third in that division, so say if you're in a buggy division, once the first 3 of that server actually gets to Kudra Ore and check in properly, a 1-hour timer will start counting down. And then once that 1-hour timer starts counting down and
nice
finishes,
restaurant
that
or
server
cafe
is finished and completed. We will finalize the distances on that server, and that will be it for the race, because a lot of people are behind the scenes working for this, and we don't want to be on live for 24 hours straight. So we're looking about a roughly a 6-hour race, because we do have some veteran teams on every single server, and so it definitely practice
6
goes a long
hours
way
is generous. I think 6 hours is generous, but we'll see. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Who knows? Anything can happen, and if depending on how it goes across the board, that'll really dictate, the times that we finish, or at least how long the race runs for our slowest division, at least, the truck division. So, sort of to go over some of our previous teams, guys, our winners from last year, we've got to at least mention these guys because we haven't done that yet. But our champions from last year in the bike division, these are some of the teams you'll be looking out for this year. For the ones that are participating again, at least. Bike division last year, we had Far Out taking first place with a 56-minute and 17-second win to complete the Daymar Rally, which is nutty. That's a very quick time. Second place for the bike division last year was the Mutant Motor Mob. If you do hear your team or the team that you support in the chat, feel free to throw down some 07s, some emotes in the chat to represent those teams. These are our veteran racers, some of them have been in every Daymar Rally since they started. But yeah, Mutant Motor Mob, second position for bike division last year. And they completed 1 hour and 2 minutes. Third space for the bike division, Oak Court Racing. They came in 1 hour and 10 minutes. Third place for the bike division. So congratulations to those previous winners. We'll see how they do this year for the ones participating. Which actually we can check that for you. There are a lot of teams, so you can imagine. I don't know them all off the top of my head. Bike division last year, Turbo. I think everybody who's watched Daymar Rally from the start or any previous Daymar Rally
not really
with Turbo. These guys are here every year. They're very, very good.
Oh dear.
Turbo Dust Masters finished first place for the buggy division last year.
Oh, sheep is shot to hell.
And 40 seconds. Close behind them in the buggy division, second place, it was Nova Rising Storm. They came in with 3 hours and 44 minutes. Actually quite a big difference between them and first place there. And then third place it was Code Alpha coming in at 3 hours and 47 minutes. So only a few minutes difference between second and third, but a big difference between first and second in the buggy division last year. And then finally for the truck division, Kuroda Rip Racing, legends as well of the Daymar Rally. They finished in 5 hours, 11 minutes and 18 seconds. Second place was Ash Slipner. They finished in 5 hours and 26 minutes. And third place were the Polish Space Marines, finishing in 5 hours and 33 minutes for the truck division. So those were our previous winners of 2952. For those taking part again this year, we'll see how they do. We'll have those teams. I'll let you guys know which teams are here again this year. I know for a fact Turbo is here. They have multiple teams in this year. I did see them earlier. Far Out, I'm not too sure about. I know Nova has got teams back in this year. And Kuroda Rip Racing, do you know what? I don't know if we got Kuroda this year. Do you know, Crucian? I haven't been able to find them on the roster this year.
Yeah, we do have Kuroda team. I'm pretty sure. They've always been represented, so yeah.
It would be weird not to have Kuroda, but yeah, I haven't been able to find them in our. Oh no, hold on, I found them. Weird. Why didn't that come up earlier? Okay, of course we have Kuroda. I mean, it would be weird without them. I finally found them. For some reason, I couldn't find them earlier. Kuroda Racing is back as well.
Damn.
Some names you might recognize.
Well, that was
Dodge and Ken JC.
Orison mission.
Multinational,
slightly laggy, and
Denmark,
you can blow up pretty easily.
Detox, we have 1 minute till race begins
Nice.
right now,
Cool.
and
Thank
yeah,
you.
before we go on here, we do.
We lost him. We lost him again. Before we go on here, I don't know where he was going with that. Damn, Crucian, man, this is brutal. We do have a 9-camera multicam ready to go here, though, everybody. Crew, you're back. I think you were about to talk about the 9-camera.
Yes, I'm back. We should have a multi-view go up. If we could get that multi-view up so we can see all the servers. Race starts in about 30 seconds right now. And what I'm really excited about is that we have 3 POV cameras. We're going to be watching Splend Shepherd, Quailstar, and Wizzy Wig. Splend Shepherd from the bike division, Quailstar from the buggy division, and Wizzy Wig from the truck division. All those POVs, these are going to be called the Toby featured racers. They're going to have Toby's up, and we're going to be able to see how they're racing, what they're looking at, and all that above. So,
yeah.
Detox, I mean, all I got to say is, are you ready for a countdown? I know you've been excited to get this going. Are you ready?
I am ready. I think we're all ready. Crew, we are ready for it to go.
Everybody's ready
to get started. I think we're all ready, right, chat? We're all ready now. And let's hope we don't lose you before the countdown finishes. We don't want them hanging on the thread if you get to 5 seconds.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, man. I'm trying my hardest. I'm actually trying to fix it while I'm casting. I'm doing all the above. So, yeah. So
sorry, man.
We go in 15. 14,
Nice.
All right, I'm gonna give it a 10-second here. Detox.
12, 11, 10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
1, go!
Bro, I feel like it's so lagged out. Everybody's already gone. Shafts have left. Everybody started. I'm over here still counting down. What's going on, man?
I don't know, man. Some of them have already got going before the countdown.
Bro.
I don't know what happened there. I guess maybe some delay in between what we're hearing and they're hearing. But my goodness, that is the thickest start I've seen so far. Do you see how many vehicles coming off the start line there, crew? Wow. That was a lot of vehicles taken off the start line there. That's super cool to see. And here we go, already getting some collisions with rocks off the start.
Ouch.
And yeah, this is where we start moving into the race, when we start getting into the thick of it, man. Look at all these lights. It's great to see so many different races all tightly compacted between each other.
Look at that.
This is great.
It's incredible.
So yeah, this is, like we said before, this is one of the busiest races we've seen so far. This is the most people we've had in the Daymar Rally. So as we get going, these are some of the spiciest moments, the beginning of the race, as things kick off. You know, this is when you get the most kind of.
All right, we didn't get to racing, but let's rate the. Well, let's go and rate Atmo Esports and watch this race evolving.
Together as they progress through the course. So you can see like some of them are all kind of spacing off and taking similar routes, and then some of them are kind of on their own. Whether that's out of experience or just chaos, we can't tell you. But we do have our in-cockpit, in-driver, in-car, in-vehicle cameras that we can see now, which is a really great addition this year. We didn't have that last year, and those guys are using their Tobii eye tracker, so the circle you'll see on screen, like this one right here, it'll be showing you exactly where they're looking as they race. So
you can tell you can tell Splend there has Reshade out for the night, but I mean, hey, Reshade is completely part of of the game there, but it makes it a lot easier. But Splend has been doing really well. He's a very great ship racer, and here is so he can see a little bit better at night overall. But as you can see, he has his eyes forward here, with the ghost and just looking, trying to make sure that he doesn't bump into rocks. Now, Detox, right here, when you're racing like this, right, and you're kind of having that elevation up and down like that with a gravel vehicle, you need to be careful, because if you go too high, you can slam on the ground. That could be the end for your race. So this could be, Splendid is very, very, very experienced racer overall. So you know exactly how to make sure he can handle, and just the maneuverability that you can see is absolutely incredible.
yeah, I can't tell if he's taken some damage.